Jake, I have some bad news for you.
Oh, no.
Bert, my friend from Panera,
Yeah.
I made him mad the other day.
No, this is Bert, who is your friend from Panera.
Bert's from Panera, yeah.
Just didn't add anything to it.
So this
right.
This is the guy that I have like small talk conversations with, just great guy. Really, I mean, he's a Christian guy. We've talked about that a little bit, but
You always laugh when he's walking away.
Okay, I will see you. So this time, I mean, it's February 15th when we're recording this. We've had unbelievable weather in February. Just unbelievable. Springtime has come early, and he comes up to me and he's just like, "Can you believe this weather we're having? This is just incredible." I was like, "Oh, I know. It's wonderful." And he goes, "Well, but I mean, if it's this warm now, I can't imagine how many bugs are going to be out in the summer." And I go, "Bert, you can't. Come on, just be appreciative for what we have right now." And I don't think he appreciated it. And all of a sudden, he's just like, "All right, well, I'm gonna leave. See ya." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, all right, we'll see ya." It was just like I was just trying to be like, "Hey, we don't know that the bugs are going to be bad.
We don't know. Bert, how much do you know about bugs?
How buggy are you?" and you know what? How often are you outside and bothered by the bugs?
Yeah, what I would like to know more about Bert's bug history.
Okay, we'll ask him about that. I'm like, "Yeah, Bert. I mean,"
so he said if it's this warm now,
the bugs just haven't been getting killed off by the cold, I guess, or something, or I don't know. So maybe it's got more time to procreate because they're out early.
It's like
the birds and the bees.
And the bugs.
And the bugs.
Birds and the bugs.
Birds and the bugs.
It's like a quantity issue, like the amount of bugs. Or maybe it's a quality issue. They're stronger.
Those bugs are smart. They're coming right for you. Right for all your orifices, Bert.
I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
All right, episode 495, Timon?
We're almost there.
Ghostrunners podcast. We are so close, Samuelston. I'm just going to shout out a different
Ghosty.
fan. Yeah, at the beginning of an episode.
It is fun. Thank you guys for listening again. If you're new, welcome to the greatest podcast community that we know of.
Yes, all right.
Online.
That's right.
There's a lot of private, offline podcasts. We don't know anything about those.
We cannot vouch for them one way or the other.
But as far as the online one goes, we're doing all right.
Yes.
Brad and I, though, not feeling all right. Timon, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Dang.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, man. That's really cool to hear.
But hey,
that's cool.
Band of brothers. Come on.
Your immunity system is doing.
You need to feel
fine.
bad. Just if we feel bad, you feel bad.
Okay.
Brad's been feeling bad for a couple days now.
Yep.
I felt amazing until like yesterday afternoon.
Yep.
But then this morning, Brad brought over. What did you just bring over? We just slammed some stuff.
We'll call them tinctures.
Oh wow! I wouldn't. 1,000 guesses would have never guessed that.
No.
Tinctures.
Tinctures.
How do you spell that?
Tink. T-I-N. I think it's T-I-N-C-T-U-R-E-S. Look it up, Timon.
Oh wow.
I was just listening to an old episode where you're making up words, and I think that's what you just did.
Yeah. Tinkertown liquids. I think it's tinctures.
Like texture.
Tinctures. They're just
Concentrated herbal extracts, and then it's like,
did I spell it right?
like natural stuff. Tincture. Is that what you said?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Let's go, dude.
Not bad.
Yeah, just a little Jake said he was like, my throat's really hurting. And so I was like, dude, Catherine's got 15,000 things for you to take.
And you did bring over a lot.
And I did bring over a lot. Imagine how much I would have brought over if you said I can swallow pills better.
So what do you, like, if you're sick, you're at home, what do you normally ingest? Rattle off all of them.
Let's go. So this past time, it depends on what we're going for. I mean, I haven't had as much of a sore throat issue like you're having. So I haven't been doing the throat spray or whatever, but we're talking zinc. We're talking vitamin C. We're talking something about lymph. I gave you one of those today. I don't know what I don't even know
took
what that
lymph?
one is. Yeah.
I thought I already had lymph.
You lymphed.
Well, I guess I just have the nodes. I don't know if I have the lymph.
You need your lymph for the nodes.
I have an empty node.
Let's see. Something called Feel Better Fast. I like that one a lot. That one seems to really work. Quercetin is something I take. Let's see what else. this throat spray sometimes. I think I mentioned a couple weeks ago, but garlic cloves that are soaked in honey.
Wow.
You just swallow those things whole.
Wow.
Oil of oregano is a good one.
Okay.
What else does Catherine?
Elderberry.
Elderberry, yes. Yeah, every once in a while, just different vitamin A. I don't know. I don't really do those very often. But yeah, like trying to think. Sometimes I'll just straight up Zyboy it. Yeah, but I mean, zinc is the same idea. And I have zinc in liquid tinks for the kids or Jake or pill version. Trying to think what else. Salt water, gargle that bad boy right up, get it warm. Sometimes do a little saline rinse in the nose. Which is kind of like what Dwight does on The Office.
Yes,
where
gross.
He throws it in his nose, but just like a specific thing that's made for that.
I did that for a while when I was like doing a musical where I had to record songs.
Yeah.
I just like every day, just like it's like salty water. It was nasty.
Yeah, it is weird.
But
like,
it felt so good afterwards.
Catherine swears by it. I don't do it very often. She does it like immediately when she has like some congestion, and it just looks miserable every time. I mean, you're shooting water up one nostril, hoping it comes out the other nostril. That's not fun. And it's salt water, by the way. It's like, fun. Yeah.
It's not a good feeling.
So that's something. Yeah.
That's a lot going in your body if you get sick.
Yeah, man.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll use this. This is more like allergy related, but I have this like steroid spray that I'll use sometimes because I don't know what it is. I would pay a decent amount of money to somebody to diagnose why I lose my taste and my smell so quickly every time I get a cold. It's not like a COVID thing. I mean, when I had COVID, I definitely lost my taste. But I've been having this issue since I was in high school. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Are you clogged up? Like, is your nose clogged?
Yes and no. Yeah. I mean, for sure clogged up, but it feels like other people, I've witnessed plenty of people being clogged up. And they're not struggling with this like I am. Like one nostril is completely unclogged. The other nostril, we'll call it 60% clogged.
Still can't taste?
I literally will, in my shower, take my bar of soap and try to like put it as close to my nose as possible and take the biggest, and I can't smell anything. So yeah, it's a bummer. That's more debilitating than anything is when you're just really like either you don't want to talk or you don't want to eat anything. Like those are my favorite things to do in life are talking and eating. And
Can't do them.
Can't do either of them. So anyway, all that to say, I don't know. I have a theory that the reason I got sick and maybe the reason that you got sick when you did, I got sick right after the Super Bowl. AKA like my I think I was just so built up for that moment and then it like depleted me. And maybe in a way, subconsciously, you were so built up for the parade moment.
Afterwards, immunity took a day off.
Took a tumble.
Can't take a day off, immunity.
No.
You just can't.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be because it was like I've just been working a ton, just busy, something every night, every day, Super Bowl, parade, got to get through the parade. All right, now we get home. Let's just edit. Let's just knock this out. And then about the second I got home, I was like, Rachel, I know I'm getting sick.
Really?
I see early onset sickness.
That's when you throw the Zycam in
I did.
right away.
Rachel went and got it for me. It was awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's also something called cold calm. Same idea.
Cold calm.
I know, it sounds funny. There's also something called cold calm.
You know what you should talk to my doctor. He could prescribe you a
Cold calm. Anybody having a cold calm? That's like the same idea where it's like if you feel it and you go take it right away, it's like most effective.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully you're in and out.
It's like most things. In any other job, this would be no problem. I just sit at my desk and just hang out with myself all day. But today we have 2.5 hours of podcasting to do, so I'm just gonna power through it.
So let's have. I'll try to talk more than you because I know that hurts your voice. Timon can add in his own things, but
Sure.
Yeah, we've had a busy week. Super Bowl parade. We both went to a concert. We'll call it a show. Let's go. Let's go.
Comedy show.
Yeah. Let's go in reverse order. Let's talk about the parade first. Obviously, if you have been following the Chiefs and or whatever, there's the news recently. It was crazy. There was a shooting at the parade yesterday. Still can't really figure out all the details behind it, so I don't know how much to comment on it and how much we want to talk about sad things anyway.
Yeah, because by the time this comes out, they probably will know more.
They probably will know more.
Yeah.
But just a sucky thing, like a sucky way to end a really fun day.
Yeah, Ash Wednesday, Valentine's Day, Super Bowl parade day,
Yeah.
and then an active shooter
Wild.
situation.
Yeah, just weird, man. I mean, just a bummer. And of course it just puts a blemish on Kansas City and all that stuff. And yeah, it's just too bad because I think it's just a couple people. I don't know. Who knows what exactly went down, but just a couple bad apples in the bunch. But anyway, all I have to say, we were not anywhere close to the rally where it happened.
We were home.
So if you don't know, the parade route, they have a huge parade route, let's say a mile plus long, and they, drive these buses all around, and then it ends and culminates at the rally. And we've kind of learned that you kind of choose one or the other. If you want to be anywhere near the rally, you have to go there and camp out there.
Yeah.
And so we've never gone to the rally for any of them, for all 4 championships we've been a part of.
We're parade people.
We are parade people through and through. And so we went to the parade, and actually Timon came with us, which was awesome. We tried to beef up his setup as much as possible.
Yeah.
Looked great.
I think it worked.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought it was the news.
Oh yeah. And I talked to Jake, or maybe you were there too yesterday, Timon, but I was like, what do you get more excited about being on the news these days or YouTube? Honestly.
It's like when someone asked me for an autograph. I was like, you don't want a selfie?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with an autograph? What are you going to do with being on the news?
You could easily forge an autograph these days.
Yeah.
And even if you did, people would be like, I don't know.
My autograph changes every couple weeks.
Yeah.
Depends what restaurant I'm at.
Yeah, as long as it's not like a true famous person who has like an autograph,
Yeah.
It's like, you want my autograph on this? Sure. What? I just write in print, That was classic back in the day. Like, did you have numbers in class?
Oh, yeah.
Jake Triplett, number 7.
Yeah, I think I was 23 in one class.
20. Oh yeah, I guess you're a T.
Triplet, yeah.
Yeah. Like I remember back in the day, like yearbooks, you'd sign them and be like, have a Hags, Brad Ellis, number 6. It was like so ingrained in you.
Something only the teacher needs to know. You're like,
Yeah.
well, I'll also sign it for Lindsay.
Yeah. But yeah, we got to the parade. It was a great time. It felt busier than normal, right?
Yeah.
It was a beautiful day for it. In the last 2 times, I mean, we kind of have like a system at this point.
We got a parking spot. We know what to wear.
Yep. Yeah. Literally, I wore the same thing every single year on my hoodie. Met another guy that had the same hoodie on, which was fun.
Yeah.
But our parking spot wasn't there.
Parking spot was taken.
So we had to find some other place, and it was the sketchiest looking place, but boy, did it work.
Had to do some climbing, scale a wall.
Scale the wall. But yeah, we normally where we go for the parade is like we have this basically one long stretch of street, and we're on one side of the sidewalk, and they barricade it off so you can't even get to the other side. Somehow we weren't even able to get to that stretch of sidewalk. We were barricaded in. I don't know
Never
how that
really
happened.
got to the parade. They had a new system this year.
Yeah, and so basically we just hung out on 2 different bridges, like near one of the barricades, and it worked out. We still got a lot of good content. We still got a lot of fun moments. People seemed eager to come hang out with and talk to us. I don't know. It seemed like a lot of people recognized us. Like, oh, I like your stuff. Like we got that multiple times. I don't know. What are some of your highlights from the parade?
We got 90% of our stuff without leaving one bridge. I feel like it was.
Yeah, you're right. The first bridge was the money bridge.
It was great. People just kept coming up. Let's see. It was fun. You saw a girl that you knew from college.
Yeah, shout out Carolyn.
So it was kind of fun. And so I was like, what's your name? And she was like, my name is Carolyn. You beat me in volleyball 2 weeks ago. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, you destroyed us.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, so you're like good friends with Brad and you play, why didn't you say anything?
Right.
And anyways, that was I felt bad that I didn't like recognize her from volleyball and talked about on the podcast, like, yeah, we destroyed this team. That was her team.
Them. Yeah.
But yeah, she was a great sport.
Yeah.
We kind of, she was the girl in the video that we danced to Usher with.
Yes.
Brad
Yes.
was singing and rapping along while we were dancing.
Yep. So she was fun. We there was a kid named Eli. That was really fun. We sang Eli Las Vegas with him. I don't know. There's just some fun, spontaneous. My favorite thing of the whole day, and probably the favorite thing that's going to come out on the video itself, is those Asian guys and their little like doll things they had. What was that? Like they were like faceless dolls. They were just holding them up, and you could tell. I would love that they were there, but you could tell they didn't know that much about the Chiefs.
Yeah. So we're talking on the bridge to tall black guy with dreads wearing ski goggles and a Chiefs jersey.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy was trying as hard as he could to look like a Chiefs
I was
player.
like, you're aware you could get in if you really want
You can go wherever you want to go,
Right.
dude.
Yeah.
They don't know who you
You're
are
fine.
not. And then he was there with his friend Ivan, Hispanic man, which you told him, Ivan, we'll use your skills come boxing season or something
Baseball
like that.
season.
Or, yeah, baseball season. Sorry.
So you're talking, you might make it for the Royals parade.
Yeah. Royals parade. And then in the middle of that, then these two like Asian dudes just come in while we're interviewing them, just come and stand behind them.
Yeah.
And just like smile. Don't say a word. Like, what's up?
Yeah.
Just nothing. Just holding
World
two
Series.
dolls.
Yeah. No, he didn't say World Series. Super Bowl. Chiefs Super Bowl. And I was like,
And Brad's like, everybody stop. Let's start over.
we got to make sure this guy's get a good soundbite.
What happened?
Yeah.
And he's like, geez.
And I was like, do you like Sneed? Are you fans of like McDuffie? Oh, she's Super Bowl. Yeah. And they had these dolls. Like, I don't know, Timmy, you got a better look at them probably than we did. What were those dolls?
Kinda. I mean, it's just like I think they're dressed up in like Chiefs
Like a
garb,
hat.
These dolls, but they're just like, I don't know what the point of them was.
Were they on sticks or were they just like, they weren't like fully.
They were holding them up
A whole
somehow,
body
like, with
doll,
one
right?
on each hand, I think, or
Yeah.
something.
And these are like big, like, I'm talking 2 feet tall dolls. Like, not like
stuff.
Not like a Barbie, Yeah,
Yeah.
like a stuffed doll. And they were holding them up, just cracking me up.
It was beautiful. It was such a diverse scene.
And then we did, I was like, this is like We Are the World for the tomahawk chop.
That was so funny.
And we did the tomahawk chop, and Jake got the perfect. I haven't even seen the footage. Just this one, like 2, like whatever, half-second clip of one of the Asian guys just going, "Oh, oh, it's so funny." So that's the kind of stuff that you could only get live, unscripted.
You could never plan for
We
it.
try to like have a few things written down of like what questions can we ask, and it's way harder than it looks to think about like interviewing people on the spot. But so many of the best things just happen naturally.
Yeah. There was something else, the We Are the World for Kansas City, that really cracked me up. There was one other thing in the edit that I was dying laughing at. I'll try to remember it, but yeah. You were feeling it yesterday. Good work.
Oh man, the funny thing was I told Catherine, I was like, or maybe I told you this. I was like, I feel like I gave it a lot, but man, I know if I were feeling better, I could have given it even more, kind of thing. Yeah, it was a different opportunity and vibe being on this bridge compared to like so tight quarters that we're used to.
Yeah, a little
on
more
the sidewalk.
space.
So good and bad with that. I think when you're in those tight quarters, you can yell and like cheer anything, and everyone will just go nuts with it. Didn't quite happen as well with this until you find about 35 elementary school kids, and then you can do whatever you want.
They were swarming us.
It was unbelievable. Like
Yeah.
out of nowhere, I just look at them like, oh my gosh, there's 50 kids around Jake right now.
Yeah, they were going nuts. Interview me. That one
they're
kid
so fun.
asked if he could interview me. But that was kind of fun.
What did he ask you anything?
He asked, like, when you were watching it, was it electric? And I was like,
You
yes.
made like electric jokes.
Yeah, I was trying to like think of some jokes with videos, but I don't think any of that will make it in.
Maybe the bloopers, the Patreon bonus footage or something.
Yeah. If it's not already on Patreon, I'm sure there'll be an extended cut just for the patrons.
Yeah.
We have a ton of good stuff, but it was fun. Timon, what'd you think? Had you ever been in like an environment like this?
Not really. Nothing
Yeah.
that like no parade that big or anything.
Yeah.
Beforehand, we asked Timon, like, have you ever been to a parade? I'm like, I know you've been to like a parade, but like a Chiefs parade. Yeah, what'd you think of it all?
I thought it was super fun. I
Yeah.
don't know. It was, I mean, just like I love filming stuff. So you guys made it really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, ironically, of course, I changed my opinion on the whole thing, but like the first 2 times we've gone to the parade, we've been in these tight quarters. I'm like, I don't want to take my kids to that. Then this time on the bridge, it was like way more like spread out, and some people were trying to get up to the front to see everything, but for the most part, it was like, it's a lost cause. You're not getting up to the front. So people are just kind of hanging out. And I thought, oh, it'd be fun to bring my kids here. Like, and now of course I'm like, no,
Scary.
I'm not. Yeah, that's too risky, I guess. But yeah, Timon did a good job. I don't know. It was just fun time. We just had a good time. I'm trying to think of any other good interviews. I guess you've seen a little more of the footage than I have.
Yeah, it was fun. It was just like in the moment, we'd only been there an hour, and you were like, I don't know how much more we need to get. And in the moment, I wasn't even sure of that. I was like, have we got a bunch of good stuff? And as I'm going through the footage, I'm like, oh my gosh, we have so much good stuff. Why could I not realize this in the moment?
Yeah, when you edit it down, it is really good. It feels at the time, I feel like that every year where I'm like, we just got to get more, man. We got to get more.
Let's get like one good one.
And now I think I've finally learned, like, I think we got it. Like, I think we got plenty.
Yeah, I don't know why I just can't remember that stuff for the moment. Because Scott even texted us afterwards. It's like, how'd it go today, boys? And I was like, Brad was on fire today, and I took my shirt off in front of minors within the first 5 minutes.
Let's talk about that. That was hilarious. That was so funny. That was one of the first things I told Catherine. She's like, oh my gosh, take that.
Yeah, it was.
That was one of those times where it's like, if I was peeling 100%, I'd be off with you. You know what I mean? It was one of those times like, I should take my shirt off too. I'm not going to do it.
I'll just watch.
Yeah.
Let them watch.
Let them watch.
So yeah, these two kids, they were sweet kids right off the bat. Can we be in your video? Yeah, of course. What's your name? Oh, this was so. This is one of them. This kid's like, I think I still remember his name. What's your name? Nathaniel Atwell. Oh, Nathaniel, what's up, dude?
Nathaniel Atwell? Yeah.
You remember me?
Yeah.
No.
Like, what high school you go to?
Yeah.
And like as he started saying it, I said it with him. I was like,
Leavenworth
High School. Yeah, dude. I was your long-term sub.
And then he goes, "Oh my gosh, dude."
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like, was he playing along or did he?
No, I think he.
You think he truly?
He's being nice.
Oh,
okay.
I thought he was playing along.
Oh,
well, no,
really?
playing along like being nice or playing along.
No, I thought he was playing along like I thought
Like
a
he-
lot of the things he did, he was like, I know that I should try to be funny.
Oh,
I couldn't.
I thought
it
that was
was
some of the stuff. So
very.
I
like,
thought that with that, but
yeah.
I don't know.
I couldn't tell if he was ignorant or if he was. Yeah.
verdict's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but he kept saying.
Well, also in that
Keep her cool.
conversation, you said, dude, how's your math going? And he's like, it's good. And then like a few minutes later, he was like, well, yeah. Then we asked him like, what are your predictions for next year?
Oh yeah.
And this is where he started talking like he was like media trained and you know, like he's Patrick Mahomes at a pregame press conference. Like we just got to go out there and just like play our game and like we got to keep our cool. And I think as long as we battle through adversity and just like keep our cool, like should have no problem with repeating. We just got to keep our cool.
Yeah, he said it at least 3 times.
And then he also said, three rings in 5 years. And Brad's like, I knew you were good at math, man. You've been working on it, dude. But anyway, I just didn't know what to do with the way he answered the question because it was like, this was so professional. Mm-hmm. And so I just started taking my shirt off. I was like, is this how you three-peat? Does this say keep your cool?
Yeah.
And then he
cool.
took his shirt off too.
It was like it was probably a solid, you know, I always use the word or the number 7, but it felt like 7 seconds between like you taking your shirt off and him like looking at you like, what are you doing? To like, okay. Like it was not like an immediate, like he took his shirt off, I'm taking mine off. Like this guy wasn't like the classic crazy fan.
No.
But at the same time, he took his shirt off.
And the video's out now by the time you're listening, but as of now, I'm still trying to figure out how to edit that because it took me a while to get 3 layers of my shirt off. So it's kind of a long buildup. I don't know how to make that happen quicker.
I looked at a couple clips of the footage just to like see how it looked. And there's a point where I took a video on my phone because I thought it was so funny. Where so on like the Apple like MacBook like viewer of the thing, you can skip 15 seconds at a time. So there's a clip of you just standing there, and then you skip 15 seconds. You're standing in the exact same spot with just no clothes, with just no
Perfect.
shirt.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, it was a great time. Yeah. Was there anything that we did that was like surprising to you, Timon? Anything that was like, that's ridiculous? Or it's like, no, I know these guys well enough to know they just did that.
I don't know. Not really. I mean, you just like you were good at like kind of, you know, adapting for whoever you were talking to.
Yeah.
Like when Brad started singing Simple Man with that guy smoking a cigarette.
Dude, that was great. That was funny. This woman walked by and she's like, I don't want to be interviewed. Because you can always tell people that kind of look at you and they want it, or maybe they're at least interested. And I was like, if I can guess what city you're from, will you interview? And she's like, oh, maybe. And I just guessed all like the Missouri side. I was like, she's not from Kansas. Like, and I go, Excelsior. She's like, pretty close.
And she was from Missouri.
Yeah, we interviewed her. And yeah, the guy in the background was just like talking with like, you know, a cigarette just going up and down in his mouth. And, you know, whatever. You want to sing with us? Simple Man. And I was like, we can sing Simple Man.
I'll sing Simple Man with you. Yeah, that was one of those things where I got in the edit. I was like, of course we have great footage. I forgot that Brad sang Simple Man.
That's a classic example, though. If we were on the sidewalk maybe we could have had 500 people singing Simple Man with us. You know what I
like
mean?
a lonely
Maybe.
bridge.
Yeah.
It's just you two.
People are too far away from us. But Timon, did you have to call your mom after that woman asked Jake to take off his shirt for $1 and then what did she say?
She wanted to touch my nipple for another $1.
Another $1, yeah. Was that a little uncomfortable? Did you hear that conversation?
Yes, it was odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, to say the least.
That was really odd. Did you think about it?
That was so weird.
No. Her vibes were off, and I'd already taken my shirt off once or maybe twice at that point. So I was like, I think we're good on that. Even for the sake of a video, my shirt's already been off, so I think we're fine.
I did think it was genius that Domino's was walking around with pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
There was a few times where I was like, how can we incorporate, like they were like $10 pizzas, $10. I was like, how can I incorporate that? Because I had a few dollars on me. I was like, maybe we could do something with that. I don't know.
What did we do with her? No, I can't
We
remember.
did interview her and ask.
We kept doing that. Yeah.
That was funny.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was, how did it start? I can't remember anything.
I think you did. No one out pizzas the Domino's.
Yeah, tell me, how much are these? These are $10. Okay, no one out pizzas the Domino's. She's like, no, we're Domino's. Or I said, no one out pizzas the $10 pizza. Like, we're Domino's. And then, of course, Brad and I just get going.
Oh,
just
yeah.
Back and forth, anything but the Domino's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Domino's.
It's Domino's.
Back and forth.
You were singing the Whopper song. Dama.
Yeah, she left us, or else I think we could have gone on for another.
We would have never
30
stopped.
seconds. Yeah. Oh, that was fun. Yeah, you're right. It was just like in the moment, it's like that was a B-, but then you go back and look at it, it's like
You jump cut it, you make it really quick, and
Yeah.
it's great.
A+. So anyway, all to say, had a good time. Did our tradition of going to Chipotle afterwards.
Yep.
Catherine goes, oh, by tradition, you mean 2 years in a row. I was like, that's how tradition starts, Catherine. We'll see you next year.
Gotta start somewhere.
I made a comment as we were leaving, which is also ironic now because we were like leaving and we saw all the cars parked for the rally. And I was like, maybe next year we just go to the rally only. And Jake kind of was like Jake was like, yeah, that's a good idea. And then we realized later, like how naturally we just assumed we were going to do it again next year.
Oh yeah, next year we could. What do we do next year?
Yeah, that's fun. Timon can have more gear next time. Maybe have a second, person filming.
We have just an audio guy there with us next year.
Yeah, boom. Like Zach could hold the boom, But that doesn't always
See you next
happen,
year.
Timon. Yeah, hopefully.
I think every year we should just find some parade.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's the right formula of event because it has to have enough people where the energy is palpable. I don't think you can just go to like a Thanksgiving Day parade and get that kind of content. You know what I mean?
Not enough people are drunk.
I think that's part of it. Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
I don't know if this was first or second, but back in the day, like probably 2015 or something, Brad and I did this at a Justin Bieber concert when he came to the Sprint Center. Oh, have you? Okay, so something like that, I think you can also get some good material potentially.
Like Taylor Swift would have been awesome in Arrowhead.
Yeah.
We looked into it and they weren't letting people in that didn't have tickets.
That's what it was. Yeah, because we looked into doing it potentially.
Yeah, like something like that would have been fun. A state fair, maybe, where people are just a little bit eccentric anyway. Eccentric.
If we made more than like $150 doing it, it would be fun to like, us three, let's travel the country and do this.
Someday.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are going to comment on it, maybe.
They said they said we don't want to do any kind of official collaboration, but I've talked to our social team and they are down to interact with you.
They will interact with whatever you post. Okay.
Look out.
Get crazy.
Okay.
Anyway, all that to say, yeah, still a sour day overall, but we had a lot of fun in the moment, so we just want to talk about it. Yeah. So let's talk about some dwell.
Hey, enough dwelling on
the parade.
The parade.
It's time to dwell in God's word.
On the word. Which word?
God's word. The word. The holy word. I like putting V's at the end of things.
Holy word. Sorry,
holy
when
word.
you said God's word, it just last thing about the parade, real quick. It reminded me of God's plan, which actually no, we shouldn't talk about that now. All things considered, after everything that happened, the girl who was like, "Hey, is this live?" She just said something like, kind of weird and dark, and Brad's like, "Oh, okay, well, either way, we're not going to put that in the video." And I was like, how funny would it be to just put that in the video? But I think it was about someone passing away. I think now it would definitely be in bad taste,
right?
Considering what happened, but it was pretty funny. Brad's like, oh, wow. Well, that's not going to make the video.
She couldn't even remember the guy's name. There was a guy at her, like a teacher at her school that had passed away. That's what it was. But anyway, hey, God's word.
Guys, swerve.
Hey, in our busy lives, it's finding quiet moments to read the Bible can be challenging. Am I right?
It's tough to
Carve out that time. Yeah, you're going to need a bigger knife. Traditional reading focused apps demand the undivided attention. Timon, look at me. Timon, read that thing on your screen. You can't because you're staring at me. You need undivided attention to read it.
He also has poor vision.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, but you have to carve out specific time for that. This also means missing opportunities to engage with scripture in your car or during workouts while you're just doing stuff around the house. Anybody ever done stuff around the house? Raise your hand. Anybody ever driven in a car? Anybody ever done workouts? Raise your foot.
Now slowly open your eyes.
Look at Brad's hands. They're both up. Right?
Right, guys?
Anyway, that's where the Dwell Bible app comes into play.
It's audio-based,
They
guys.
offer a transformative solution. Unlike reading apps, Dwell is audio-based.
Audio-based.
Spoken word be read over you throughout your day. Imagine hearing the Bible while driving to work, running in the park, cooking dinner. You don't always need to find a quiet corner. You can
Petting your dog.
petting your dog.
Brushing your teeth.
Chopping onions.
Chopping wood.
Chopping wood. Chopping
God's word.
God's word.
Word. Hey, if you want a yearly subscription, you don't have to pay full price. You pay 75% of the full price.
That's right.
That's 25% off.
Dwellbible.com is the website. Dwellbible.com/GRKC is the way you get 25% off. Dwellbible.com/GRKC is me saying that again so that you'll remember and go to it. Check it out. We've had lots of personal, testimonials, feedback.
Testimonials, good.
Yeah. Hey, I've been doing this. I've been doing the Bible in a year, listening, reading plan with Dwell, and it's been so great for me. So just check it out. It truly is a great way to consume the word on the go or just in audio form in general. I think sometimes that can be really effective, not only for us, but for our children, for, the environment around us. So dwellbible.com/GRKC. Check them out today. We'd really appreciate it.
Get dwelling.
Get dwelling, baby. Okay, we went to a show, not together, but almost together.
Same show, different times.
Different times.
Yeah. Finally got to see my favorite comedian in person, Nate Bargatze.
Yeah. What'd you think?
He was awesome.
Yeah?
He's really good.
Tell me more.
Thought it was his best. It's going to be his best special yet. I thought it was just like top to bottom. So funny.
Good. Okay.
You know, it's a sign of a good stand-up comedian when I'm already excited to watch it again. Like, I can't wait for the special to come out. Yeah. Like, man, there's a couple of jokes I can't quite remember, and I can't look them up. It's got to wait.
What got you the most?
I think the hardest I laughed out loud is when he was talking about going through the drive-thru and your window isn't working and you have to open your car door.
Yeah.
He talks about how wrong it feels for them to get to see your whole body and like they can see my seatbelt and they see my legs.
Yeah.
And anyway, there's a lot of funny jokes, and I think it ends with like, sir, how'd you like to hand it to you? And he's like, just throw it at me like I'm a bear. That was a funny, just
the
like
way he says it. The
yeah.
way he says bear.
The delivery, but also just like, I wouldn't have thought of that. That's a funny like thing to compare it to. Just like you're feeding a bear at the zoo or something. Here, take it.
Like, I can't really reach you. You can't reach me. just toss it.
Throw it
it's
in the car.
It's not that far. Yeah.
What about you?
Well, animal joke as well. He talks about pigs being crash test dummies back in the day. And just that mental image to me.
There's a lot of animals in there. The donkeys, the gorillas.
The gorillas?
The donkeys off the high dive.
Oh, I remember the donkeys.
Yeah.
Or the gorillas.
Gorillas going to be my quote of the week, so why don't you just wait?
Okay. Take it back. But yeah, he talked about pigs being crash test dummies back before they were like the crash test dummies in the 1950s or something. And just the image of a pig putting his hooves on the steering wheel. And I think he said something like, hey, it's a pretty good day. I get to drive a car.
Something about his elbow being out the window was so funny. Did he do that for you guys?
I don't remember.
For us, he had the elbow out,
yeah.
just like this. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's nice
Yeah.
out.
So I laughed. I laughed hard, and I laughed multiple times, like for like 5 seconds after that. Like just thinking about it again kind of thing. It was fun. We went to dinner beforehand with Gunnar and Emily and didn't have tickets with them, but thought it'd be fun to go.
That's nice.
So we parked together, did everything together. And as we were like parking, Emily's like, where are your seats? I think we're section 210. She's like, I think we're section 210. And Gunner's like, there's no way. Dude, we were 2 rows behind them.
No way.
Like 2 rows and almost like directly behind them, like 2 rows and 3 seats away from them. And so the one time that I really busted up laughing, Gunner like looked back because like you could hear me laughing hard. So that was kind of wild. I mean, it's a stadium of 18,000 people and we are within, earshot of each other.
Yeah. That's really fun. Did you see a lot of people you knew or people that recognized you?
No, I don't think I saw anybody that I knew. Catherine sometimes has a radar for those things. And she's like, yeah, there are a few people that kind of like, as they were walking by, kind of did a double take and then like said something and pointed their friends or something. But no one came up and said anything to me, I don't think.
Gotcha.
Did you see anybody?
Yeah, I feel like it was a good crowd. Maybe I was there in the daytime, maybe more natural light coming in. They could see me better. Maybe that's what it was. But
we also got there, we had to like use a flashlight to get to our seats. Like
one of those people.
I couldn't believe it, dude. We had the hardest time finding a parking spot.
Yes.
And Gunner was driving. It's so hard for me to just I don't know, maybe if you want to. Why
don't we try it?
You don't think? Oh, okay. No, it's okay.
We got so lucky. We went into one parking lot and it was full. We go to another one and I'm driving my window down like the pig, and I can hear a woman telling someone else that this parking lot is full. We're like, dang it, that's where you're going to park. And then when I get up there, she's like, "You want to come in here?" And I was like, "What's up here? What's this privilege I've earned? I just heard you say someone." Maybe
those are tight spots.
And so she's like, "All right, cash only. Angie Coop's got cash, no problem." And we drive up. What did she say? Go to the horn. It was some like word like that. It was like, is this parking lot verbiage? I don't know terms of a parking lot.
Yeah, round the horn real quick, and you'll be there.
It was like, go to the point, maybe.
Okay.
Go down there to the point. I'm like, it's a rectangular parking lot. I see no points. I don't know what point means. But luckily there was a guy, crossing guard, down at the end.
He's a Frenchman named Lapointe.
Lapointe.
Yeah.
And he parks us, dude, as close to the T-Mobile Center as you can get. Best parking spot of my life. I'll never get this way again. The point
Really?
is great. Yeah, I'm in a parking lot, as close as possible to it. It was awesome. It was great. It's fun.
So we parked 2 miles away, discount Duckworth. We didn't pay for it. But yeah, we parked plenty far away. I don't know. That's awesome. Lapointe.
And then, it's me, Rachel, the Coops in my car. My parents also came down this weekend. It was my parents' Christmas gift to me, Rachel, Caitlin, Braden.
Awesome.
So yeah, really great gift. So we're trying to find where Caitlin and Braden and my parents are. So I call my mom, like, where are you guys at? She's like, we just parked. I don't know where we're at. I get it. She's not from Kansas or doesn't live in Kansas City. And I was like, well, we're on the east side of the T-Mobile Center. Do you guys know, like, what direction are you guys? And she goes, we're heading towards it. I was like, okay, yeah. Maybe put Caitlin on the phone. Caitlin goes on the phone. I was like, do you know what like direction you guys are at? She's like, no idea.
Yeah.
Which that's what I learned. No one in my family knows cardinal directions. I was surprised.
Dad?
Even my sister, I was like, well, like River Market's like north. And she's like, I'm so turned around. I have no idea.
Really?
So,
Where was Papa Steve?
I don't know where he was at. I don't know. I could not reach him.
He was just being kind to all the locals, just talking to everybody.
Yeah. He had made some new friends probably or something. But I thought that was funny. Which direction are you? Towards it?
Towards it.
Obviously, I'm going towards it. Idiot.
I would just. Well, I guess they had your tickets. Is that the issue? And electronic these days.
It was very interesting. My mom was showing me the app. I'd never seen this before. Like, it's a QR code, and it'll let you screenshot them. But on there, it says screenshots will not work. Mm-hmm. New code regenerates every 60 seconds.
Yeah, was it the AXS app?
Maybe it was. Whatever it was. I never had the privilege.
It just kept like ours is like a moving barcode or something.
Yeah.
Which, come on.
I think it's cool.
I know, but like sometimes it's overcomplicated. I wish there was a way to like electronically tear off, 2 tickets and give them send them to people. I think you can sometimes, but anyway. Okay.
Electronic tear off.
Yeah. So we got there, 25 minutes late probably, and still saw every single act.
Wow.
So I don't know, maybe it was just, but as we were walking in, we walked into the back entrance, like not as popular of a place to get in, but we saw all the people trying to get, there was a huge line still. And so I was like, they're either going to miss out on all the openers or they're going to have to wait. So we walked in as they were finishing up, they were showing like some SNL clips or something.
Yep.
So yeah, missed all that. So that's probably why I didn't get recognized by 18
It probably
people.
is. We were there early. Because, I had I feel like there would be multiple times I would walk past people and I would hear them whisper, "Is there Trey Kennedy?" I heard the words Trey Kennedy as I would walk by people. Girl sitting right in front of me turns around. It's like, "Oh my gosh, you film videos for Trevor." I go, "Kinda." Pretty much. And then we talked for 2 minutes. This is kind of weird. Her boyfriend's got his arm around her the whole time, never turned around as I'm just like talking to this girl.
Power
just, like,
move.
I mean, there's no show going, nothing to
He
look
doesn't
at,
care,
nothing
man.
to see.
Yeah.
Just I'm like, this is wild. He's not turning around. We're having a very pleasant conversation.
There's like a decent amount of body torque that it takes to turn around.
Forget the body torque. Just be friendly. It is like your girlfriend's very engaged in a conversation.
And he's just, I don't know Trevor.
Her ex is named Trevor. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. We don't talk about Trevor here. So yeah, I'll say this about the show. I keep wanting to call it a concert. I know it's not a concert. The openers I was not impressed with, save for the last one. Well, I guess
Nate?
it wasn't the last one for you. Yeah. The last opener just brought the house down. He went a little long, but no. What's his name? Something Jones. Mike. It wasn't Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Was it? He was a black guy.
Oh yeah, he went like first for us for our
okay.
show, but he was my favorite.
And maybe there's a mental thing about going last that you think like, well, this guy's the second best.
Oh yeah, he's
You
great.
know?
Yeah.
He made me laugh a few times. I was really excited about Brian Bates,
Yeah.
who is like, on their podcast, and I like his personality a lot. Wasn't super impressed with his stand-up, but I'm also pretty critical. I know how hard it is to do stand-up, so I'm always like proud of people that are doing it, especially for 18,000 people.
I think that's what I am. I think people expect me to be more critical of stand-up because me, Caitlin, and Rachel were all sitting next to each other, and they would have me rate it afterwards, like it was how you do a movie trailer. Like,
yeah.
all right, would you see it? Would you not?
Up, down, middle. Yeah.
But they said out of 10, and I feel like I always rated people higher than they did.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would say, let's go big guy. No, who was the first guy?
The host,
Jake Boots.
Jake Boots.
What's Jake Boots?
Remember someone thought that was my name?
Oh yeah, time of bringing out the old references.
Jake Boots, right? That was at the Houston show. I feel like I remember. He was like, "You're Jake Boots," something like that. That's how the story goes.
Yeah, something like that.
First guy was the really big guy, like the guy that made me look like Nutrisystem. 2 out of 10.
Wow.
3 maybe. Got me a chuckle once.
Yeah.
Second guy was Brian Bates, who I was excited about, and maybe that's part of my reasoning for not liking him very much.
Expectations too high?
4 out of 10.
You know what I liked about him is, and this is my only complaint about the show as a whole. So at the matinee show, there were 5 openers. So I saw 6 comedians. I think you saw one less. 6 different comedians, and no one did like a Super Bowl joke. No one did a Taylor. This is the night before the Chiefs playing the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
In Jackson Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, there is so much material. You have been offered, you've been handed, just the ball is on the tee for you.
Yeah.
We'll laugh at anything.
We'll
You're in the
cheer for
perfect
anything.
city
Yeah.
to do this. And I couldn't believe how little they were taking advantage of it. What I did like about Brian Bates is he made like kind of specific football references and jokes about Alex Smith and how he's the Alex Smith of comedy, where it's like, it's good. Never going to win you a championship.
Right,
But like, I'm good.
You think you have it pretty good with me until you see Patrick Mahomes and Nate. Yeah.
He said Nate Mahomes is coming up later.
Yeah.
So I really liked that.
That was-
I was like, thank you. No one's going to make a Taylor Swift joke?
4.5 out of 10. I'll give him a half point for that. You're right.
Brian Bates, if you're listening, great job.
I like Brian a lot. Okay. I'm not a hater. I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm just trying to be critical of his act. Whatever.
No, I'll say something critical as well. I thought a lot of times his punchlines were good, but it would take a very long time to get to them.
I think that's what it is for me is anytime I see it coming at all, I can like try to predict, like, I bet he's going to say this. And then he says it. It's like, well, that was fine. That was fine. All right. I did. Yeah. I don't know. I did. And then, yeah, Mike Jones. We'll call him Mike Jones.
Okay.
5 out of 10.
Yeah. I think I gave him an 8.
8 out of 10?
Maybe he really
That
brought
is
it.
the most Jefferson Bethke thing ever, dude.
He brought it
8
in the
out of
matinee
10.
show.
Honestly, can I just be critical? I think Nate was like a 8 out of 10.
Really?
Maybe even a 7.5.
Who is your 10 out of 10 with stand-up comedy?
Nate. But I don't think it was like a great performance.
Really?
Personally. Like I said, I was being critical. No, Nate is my favorite. honestly, it feels like I'm like a hipster with Nate because I remember watching him when Hattie was first born.
The stand-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And being like, this guy's incredible. And now it feels like everyone knows him, which is great. But I literally cried when he walked out on stage. I got emotional. I did. I was like, it was like, what's that? The Morgan Freeman or whoever it is, like clapping.
Shawshank Redemption. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what you're
Whatever.
talking about.
I'm trying to think of the meme where people.
Oh, Will Smith at the very end of Pursuit of Happiness.
That's not what I'm thinking of, but sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's a meme.
Yeah, meme, crying, clapping, just like so happy. There he is. Like so cool. Like this is like the biggest name ever. Like I think he could go down as like the best comedian of our generation.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably to sell out not quite sell out, but I mean, 2 arenas in one city in Kansas City. Pretty insane.
It's awesome.
Shout out Kansas City for being supportive.
I noticed that he was a lot more expressive in this act than, like, I think he's usually pretty deadpan. He had some physical,
A little more physical stuff.
He had a little more character, like voices and stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Not bad, but just different.
I loved it.
Oh yeah. I still really enjoyed it. I'm just trying to be openly critical of everything.
Did you have the host, the same guy, Julian or something, I think was his name?
Yeah, I'm sure it's the same guy.
They introduced him and they were like, as seen on Jimmy Kimmel and Conan O'Brien, Julian, whatever. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's a pretty impressive host.
Yeah.
Compared to like what I'm doing for Trey. Like he's been doing it almost 3 years. Like this guy's even said on stage, he's been doing it for 20 years. And he's been on late night television. So immediately the bar raises a little bit. And I was kind of disappointed because he never really did any jokes. It was kind of just a lot of like Kansas City, Missouri. I don't know where I'm at. And some of the jokes were, he was like ill-informed. Like they didn't like make sense.
Well, he just made a lot of Missouri weight jokes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, sure, Midwest, we're plumper, but like not everyone.
Yeah, that was kind of confusing. I was like, I don't know. I think you've been misinformed a little bit. Like, this isn't that funny.
It's not Springfield. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of them. Which is funny. I think that was Catherine and Emily's second favorite, was that guy.
Really?
Maybe. I didn't hate him, but yeah. It was also interesting. Like we were at like literally 5 rows from the top, like pretty high up. And so I could hear, I popped a bubble in my gum one time. I could hear it pretty audibly.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty hard to hear them down there. So that was an interesting concept too. I think it needs to be louder somehow. Figure that out.
Noise creates energy.
That's what I say.
Turn it up.
So anyway, altogether, really fun time though. I don't know. I think what makes him so funny, and maybe you've already realized this, but I didn't realize it until the show, is he talks like he's drunk. Like just like 40% drunk. And I think that's what makes his delivery so funny is like, it's almost just a little slower. I don't know. Something the way he says things.
I will notice he'll cut himself off and it's on purpose. It's not like he just had a new like thought all of a sudden, but I think it's like purposeful. Like, and I says to him, I'm like, whatever, like something like that.
I see.
In the middle of his own sentence, he takes it like a different direction. I can't think of a good example.
I noticed myself just saying so at the end of things like he does afterwards. Like, yeah, we got done with that and it was a really good time. So, he does that. So, I don't know.
So if Nate's coming to your city, go see him.
Gotta see him. All right, let's do a little ad read for Cozy Earth. Yeah.
Hey. Yeah.
Timon, show us yours.
Hey.
Oh, yep.
Timon's wearing it. It's just in the background. So.
I'm not.
Yeah, we're rocking our Cozy Earth. We got some Cityscape hoodies on.
I even have the pants on.
Dude, they gave me Cityscape hoodie and matching pants. Do I go straight jumpsuit someday?
Oh.
Am I that cool?
Jumpsuits are fun.
Just dropping Bo off at the preschool line in the jumpsuit. No, but if you don't know, Cozy Earth is the most comfortable brand in America, in the world. They make everything luxurious and everything comfortable.
It's so cozy. Look how cozy Brad looks today.
I'm feeling very cozy. I would love to just lay down right now and fall asleep.
Now slowly open your eyes. You just woke up from a 2-hour nap.
With Cozy Earth. They craft luxury goods that transform your lifestyle. You guys know them. You guys have heard this, but they've been on Oprah's favorite things 5 years in a row.
Yep.
I don't even know if that's allowed. Like I think it was one of those things where we got to pick somebody else besides Cozy Earth. And Oprah's like, I can't do it. It's too good.
No NFL team has three-peated. I'll tell you, no NFL team has ever been on Oprah's 5 favorite things 5 years in a row.
Nope. Absolutely not. So if you don't know, they make bed sheets, they make hoodies, they make shirts, they make pants, they make towels, they make face masks, they make socks, they make robes. I don't know. What do you want? They got it all.
All of them, all those products come with a 10-year warranty.
Yes.
Kind of wild.
And they give us an incredible discount for being listeners of the podcast. 35% off with promo code GRKC at CozyEarth.com. That's 35% off, GRKC, CozyEarth.com. I just can't emphasize enough how much you will be satisfied with Cozy Earth. So check them out today.
Fun.
Real
quick, I think we should do it this episode rather than the Wednesday one. Let's talk about just our time watching the Super Bowl a little bit.
Okay.
Time at your house.
Yep.
It was it was a lot of fun. What about you?
I too had fun.
Okay, well, we covered that.
Yeah, it was a great time. We had a good spread. We I went ups and downs as far as how I felt about the game, but ultimately I was very happy. I was talking actually to my barber 2 days ago about it, and how I'm really glad I watched it with the guys I did, because like I think we all understand each other well enough to I think we trust each other. You know what I mean?
Go on.
Like let's say we got a Scott Peck in the room. Scott Peck is the classic, and he's not even that bad, but he's the classic like just doomsday kind of guy. Just a little bit more bummed out than the rest of us. You know, I know, but I just know like that's just Scott's saying his thing. Go ahead. He cares. That's why he's doing this, you know. And then Gunner's going to have his own quirks where he's got a football with the bag on it, which people are asking, why is there a bag on the football? It's because it's signed by Patrick Mahomes. And so I don't let him hold it without the bag on it. But he's walking around with the football, making us all kiss the bag. You know, it's like, that's Gunner. I'm going to let Gunner do his thing. You know, if every once in a while we score a touchdown and Gunner jumps on us, that happens. But I think we all trust each other enough to know like, hey, we're all believing in this team together. We've seen it all. Don't get too far up or down. Let's just watch this bad boy together.
Fun observation. What'd you think of the commercials?
Honestly, I kind of took the commercials off for the most part. I think that was my one time to not watch it because I was so glued on the game. And so I don't remember too many commercials too specifically. I remember liking the Dunkin' Donuts one.
Oh yeah, I should go back and watch that.
You know, when Matt Damon says, "How do you like them donuts?" I'm sorry. Like the way he said that, I remember I was sitting next to Peter and Peter really liked that.
Yeah, that was funny.
Beyond that, I have a hard time remembering most of them.
What'd you think of the State Farm commercial where they tried to get Arnold to say the hard R?
That was funny. Yeah. Also like, hey, let's not parody this too much, but
Yeah.
there's some funny word there. I did have that thought. The hard R. Yeah. Neighbor. Yeah. That was pretty good. I watching next to Peter made them all pretty funny because Peter was laughing at all of them.
Yeah.
Had you seen any of them beforehand online?
No, the one that I kind of seen beforehand was one that I never saw on the broadcast. I saw there was going to be a Taylor Swift bringing
you were
dads
hyping
and
that one
daughters
up.
together.
Yeah.
Never saw it. And we had overtime.
What brand was that? Do you know?
I don't know.
Taylor Swift brand?
Yeah, TaylorSwift.com.
Swiffer?
I don't know.
Yeah, I usually, I don't feel like I'm online quite as much as I was last year maybe, but like usually I see like most of the commercials beforehand on Twitter or something. But all the ones I saw, they were brand new to me.
No avocados from Mexico this year.
No, they're struggling.
Yeah.
They're struggling. They're not quite as ripe. So, yeah, it feels like there's a few like staples that aren't there anymore. GoDaddy, they're done.
Yeah.
We're
Doritos used
Yeah.
to go big. Bud Light used to go big.
Yeah, Doritos didn't have any, did they?
I don't think so.
Bud Light? Budweiser had some. Maybe Bud Light's just trying to stay out of it for a while. I missed
maybe.
it. Apparently there was one about the Coors Light, like the people all over the world join him. Did you see that one? I missed that
I
one.
don't remember it.
The Love Train one.
Most of the game, it was a lot of like, check Twitter. What are people saying, about the game?
Yeah, most of it was like commercial. That's the one time I'm going to go up and interact with Catherine / get some food.
Go get some pizza.
Yeah, so.
One other quirk of the night. I've never had this happen. People with an Apple Watch. Let me know if this ever happened to you.
Oh, yeah.
So for some reason, I mean, it's just a normal day. Nothing. It was like I got water in it or something. But my watch was bugging, and not like buttons were being pressed, but it's like the screen was being pressed in 9 different places at once. So if the watch face was on, I'm just seeing apps going crazy and things are getting clicked in the app and it's just like, it's absurd. I've never seen anything like it. So I'm like taking off my watch, like trying to like turn it off a little bit. But I don't know what to, so I like take it off my wrist for like an hour. And like, maybe I'll go back and it's reset itself. I don't know. I get back on, it's going crazy. So I'm trying to like turn it off. And I'm holding the button that starts to turn it off. Well, then I can't click the power button quick enough because it starts auto-clicking. Well, one of the things that auto-clicked was emergency call. So, I mean, in the middle of a very important game, very important moment, I'm having to step away, and then I'm just doing this off to the side.
Yeah.
There you go. 911, what's your emergency? Sorry, that was my my watch is like bugging.
My bad. This is not an emergency.
I'm so sorry.
My heart rate's just really high right now because of the Chiefs.
Like, whew, okay, go back. And that happened twice that night. Once, like, right after the Super Bowl, where, like, I'll try to celebrate. I'm like, my watch is calling 911 again. Jeez. I have to go to the side. I'm sorry. I don't know how to make my watch not do it. I'm so sorry.
I wonder how often that happens.
Had to apologize to 911. Talk to them on the phone twice.
At least they answered.
They answered.
Timon, you listened to that episode yet?
One time they called me back, and then that was the end of it. They didn't, like, show up or, you know.
What, they called you back. Did you answer? Or did it go to voicemail?
No, I think it went to voicemail. And then I guess it was all good.
Imagine getting the call from 911. Like, they were relying on you. Like, oh boy.
I'm trying to look now. When would that have been? Did they leave me a voicemail?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, they did. Hey, let's listen to it. I didn't know they left me a voicemail.
This is Johnny. Please try to receive 911 call from this number. If you have an emergency, please call back.
That sounds like they do that 20 times a day.
If you have an emergency, please call back. It's like that Judah kid. Follow me for more tips like this.
Yeah.
Follow me for more tips. Just kind of annoyed by it.
Anyway.
But yeah, Super Bowl overall was just a great time. I don't want to like rub it in too much, but I can't imagine how much the 49ers are just reeling. All 49ers fans when they're hearing their team not knowing how to do the overtime rules.
Yeah, I think it's such a mistake that the players are so. Well, now that Mic'd Up has come out and everything, like you can't really hide it, but it was interesting how willing they were to publicly say, yeah, hey, hand up, I didn't know the rules.
Whoops.
Like, I feel like that looks bad on you, that looks bad on your coach. I was just shocked that they were willing to say it. And then, yeah, it makes it hurt more as a 49ers fan. You're like, well, darn it.
Right.
The players and coaches didn't really know the rules. Maybe the coaches did, but the players didn't.
Do you just kind of assume that they have to take like a quiz every year? Like a admittance exam into the team? Like it's like a driver's test. Like it's pretty easy, but you got to answer it correctly.
Just prove you know it.
Yeah. Because, like, obviously the defensive players have to know, like, legal things that you can and can't do on defense. They got to know the rules of the game.
It seems like the Chiefs took the test. Chris Jones, our defensive player, he knew the offensive strategy. He's like, no, Coach Reed says it every week. If we get in the overtime, we make them get the ball first, and then we score and go for two. Mm-hmm. Like, he even knew that. He didn't even need to know that.
That would be killer as a 49ers fan to just keep hearing that over and over again.
Yeah.
So sorry that we brought it up again. But anyway.
Shall we do some voice memos?
Shall we? We shall.
Okay. Hey, I'm finding them, all right? Stop freaking out.
Hello, Jake, Brad, and Timon. Listening the other day to episode 302, a voice memo brought up that he was listening to episode 31. That's the new number! I finished that episode, and Spotify went straight to an old Ghostrunners podcast episode I had been listening to, and it picked up right at Jake screaming, 31! Now, I would like to call that irony, but obviously that is actually a mutual single-eye blink at a sound of two metal cups hitting together, otherwise known as a coin-kidding.
Nice.
While I'm here, I also wanted to ask you guys a question that comes from my own podcast, actually. I started with a couple friends called The Magic Studio. If you were given the chance to do single combat with a shark and you had 1 minute to do it, you go down and the length of shark, you get $100,000 for each foot. How large of a shark would you fight? So 1 foot shark, $100,000. 10 foot, $1 million. How big of a shark would you fight? Thanks. Bye.
There's a lot of info to process there. He said you get 1 minute to prepare or to beat the shark.
I think you have to fight him for 1 minute.
Oh, okay. Just fight him off.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
So the goal is to not die.
Or just how hurt do you want to get too?
Yeah.
I think super easy answer, 2 foot shark. That's such an easy $200,000, I feel like.
But go 3 time. Go 3 and see what happens.
Yeah, because I mean, I can heal up pretty quick from a 3 foot shark. What can it do
you?
to me? I mean, 3 feet.
Where am I fighting the shark? You think?
Land?
Like
Could I fight him on land?
Like am I in like a swimming pool?
I feel like you're probably swimming with it.
But in the ocean is what I'm saying. Like can
yeah.
I do I have a footing?
Yeah, do you have a
Have,
boogie
like,
board?
Momentum and stuff.
Do I have a boogie board? Yeah. Do I have
Are
any
there
sort of
waves?
right? Any sort of weapons? Yeah. What's the undertow like? 1 minute. And how vicious is this shark? Like, is it one of those things where I have to kind of provoke it, or is it like,
Well,
it's coming for you?
That's a great question too.
Maybe you have to like go in with like a cut, so it's smelling your blood.
You have to like, yeah,
You just have like a little wound as you enter the water.
because like
That'll get it hungry. I think.
you hear people surviving shark attacks all the time. I could survive a shark attack for $1 million. Would you?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I don't know what an average like great white shark like length is, but like people don't
Doesn't
die
matter.
very often from that.
People don't die as much. I mean, it's. I don't think anybody's ever died. Honestly, I think it's just like a big
Arms and
farce.
legs and stuff.
Yeah,
This says, according to the Florida Museum, trust it?
for sharks.
Any shark that is roughly 6 feet or longer is a potential threat to humans. So we just made $500,000.
Okay, yeah.
Unless you want to go 6.
Honestly, I would just take 4 feet probably and just smash it hard right away and just kill it.
What would you smash it with?
My body,
Underwater?
my elbow.
Or like,
Yeah, you're right. In my head, I'm imagining this. I know it sounds silly. I'm imagining it being like a 2-foot pool. While I'm fighting this thing. I know that's probably
That'd be
not.
awesome.
It's only a danger to your shins and your feet.
your cut is on your hand, so
Yeah,
you're
you're
actually
right.
fine.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
I think even in the water, you try to punch it in the eye as hard as you can. It's
In
like
the eye?
4 feet. I think punch that thing in the eye.
Would you double your chances and double punch? Two fists?
At the same time,
Straight down. Straight bob it. Bop it.
shark it.
Flick it.
I've heard stuff before that like, if a shark bites you, it means like, it's because it thought you were like a seal or something, you know? So, philosophy, theory,
Okay.
I give it a little sample bite. Hey, come take a little forearm bite. And he's like,
Oh, what is that? Oh, that seal is rotten.
oh, that was so well done.
Sour. Ugh. Yikes.
So I think I invite the first bite. Kind of like those
And
attack dogs.
This is a how many feet long shark?
Great question. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Give me
I
a big one.
I mean, that's going to hurt like crazy. But like,
Yeah.
as soon as it tastes you, I mean, it'll take a while to heal. But I think once it tastes you, it'll spit you out.
Honest answer, 5-foot shark.
I think that's where I'm finding myself too.
Let's see it. Size it up.
Like right here.
Yeah.
Dang, that's scary.
Up to here if you're standing.
Yeah, I'm pretty terrified of animals.
They don't have arms or legs though.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
So what can they really do to
What
you?
can they do? They have.
They just got the momentum of their tail and then their mouth,
Good.
right?
Just grab onto that tail.
And just hang on.
If you're holding onto their tail, are they flexible enough to whip back around and get
Good
you?
question.
I'd like to make I'd like to negotiate with Mr. Shark, whoever's in charge of this little thing. It's like, can I get a rope? I'm not going to use it to harm the shark. I'm not going to asphyxiate the shark. I want to use it like tied around it and ride it like a bull.
That's when the boogie board comes in play. you attach it to attach the little rope thing to the shark and then just hold on to the boogie board. Just go wild.
Yeah. Or just hold on to the fin. It's already got a built-in handle. It can't bite me if I'm on the fin.
It can't bite you if you're on the fin.
You might even want a bigger shark because bigger fin, bigger handle.
Go 13 foot. dude.
I feel like the fin would be super slippery though.
All right.
Wait, is a shark okay? I picture dolphin very smooth, shark maybe more rough. So maybe
Which
it would
is
be
great.
easier to
It's
hang on.
traction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know one of them, if you move your dolphin, shark, whale, I forget the difference, but if you move one of them backwards up their skin, it like cuts you
Against the grain.
against the grain
Yeah, it's the wood of the sea.
or the putting green.
Okay, you and me together. How big a shark we going? We could ride that thing off into the sunset.
Me and you together. What do you think your strengths are?
Just being a big target for it.
Okay.
Like being a decoy. Yeah. Well, you just come out from the side. They don't even see you coming.
But then what do I do?
You double bop that thing and jump on.
Me and you together. He can't kill both of us in 1 minute, right? We're going to go down swinging.
Yeah. And then we could both have like one arm each. Imagine how nice of a podcast studio we could have with one arm and $2 million.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't care how many people there are. I think the bigger the shark, it's just so much scarier.
Yeah.
But then what if he tastes me and knows it's not seal?
How sure are you of that theory?
Not totally sure. Definitely not totally sure.
All right, my final answer. You guys said 5. I'll go 3. I'll be a pansy about it. I don't care. 3 foot, and there's no way that I'm at least not just like kicking it away. 1 minute's not that long. Once you're in combat,
You're making this out of this with minimal injuries and $300,000.
I think that sounds great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a good point. That sounds pretty tempting.
I think if that, now I get like angry when I think about these things. Because if that shark came at me, I would take both my feet and just shove it away, and shove it away, and shove it away.
Like if we're both underwater, that shark is so quick. I think you just got to hang on to the bottom half of him. That's what I would do for the whole minute. I'm not like fighting him. Like I'm not like squaring him up or anything. I'm not shoving him away. I'm not kicking away. I'm like waiting for his first move, hit him to the side, and then grab onto the back of him.
Yeah, you're just like, just go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Oh, I wish it was dolphins. Just cover their hole where they breathe. Mm-hmm. 'Cause I think they have their nose is at the top.
But they breathe air though.
Yeah, I would cover. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'll suffocate it.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah. They're just
cork
holding
it
their
up.
breath the whole time. So we're both holding our breath. Okay.
Yeah. That's fun. Fun question. Thank you.
All right, next one. Do we want to hear from Mr. Waffles again?
Always, dude. I will always say yes to Mr. Waffle.
Mr. Waffles, what do you got for us? I pressed play.
Timon, Jake.
Jeez.
Brett, I'm going to take you up on that offer of doing a voice memo every week. You picked number 1, which is Twister, a man who can control oxygen. So who wins?
Dolphin.
Him versus Viper, a man who can create any and all poisons as well as be immune to them, and is an assassin.
Wait,
Next, we have Timon, who said 208, which is Ninja X, a super speedster. Him versus Coda, who is a cyborg and is a giant robot. And then lastly, we have Jake, who said 185, which is Ice, the true beauty, the daughter of an intergalactic tyrant, and her ability allows her to charm people of the opposite sex as long as she's not interested in them. If she's interested in them, then her ability has no effects on them. So yeah, Rick Shaw is her opponent, the reality manipulator.
I forgot I was rickshaw.
I'm trying to write
What are you
these down
Googling over
really
there?
quick. No, I'm just taking notes really quick.
We got Twister versus Viper, Ninja X versus Coda.
What was Twister though? I
Controls oxygen?
Yeah, he's like what I thought dolphins were.
okay. Viper. Oh, he was the poison.
And also is immune to all poisons. Sounds pretty
Makes
good.
a bunch of poison and doesn't get affected by
I
it.
don't think I realized that he made poison as well. Immune/poison maker. Okay.
And
we
what
got-
does ice do again?
Ice is the true beauty.
The daughter of
Daughter of the intergalactic tyrant, charms the opposite sex as long as she's not interested in them. I could charm the heck out of Ice.
Rickshaw will have no problem.
Okay. Twister controls oxygen. Seems like a big deal. I take Twister over Viper, I think.
He said he's going to post who will win each matchup on Patreon.
Oh, he's going to decide for us.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. I mean, if you can control oxygen, I'm not that scientific, but also I don't know how to control poison.
I'll just take it away from the other person.
Would you say that a lack of oxygen is like getting poisoned?
Yeah, so which takes their effect earlier.
Yeah. If all I can do is control oxygen, I know that's really a lot, but like, I wish I was strong or something. Wish I was kind of fast.
Twister is an interesting name. I would have thought there'd be wind involved.
Yeah.
Tornadic activity.
Also, that's your first one, Waffles?
That's
Like-
true. You picked number 1, didn't you?
Yeah.
Number
Thinking
one.
it was like Superman. Let's do the oxygen guy first. Anyway,
Next one's Ninja X versus Coda.
Ninja X Super Speedster. Now we're talking.
Now these are
I like that.
superheroes.
The dash of the Mr. Waffles verse
Yeah.
versus the cyborg giant robot of Coda.
Oh, Ninja X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cyborg giant robot sounds really slow.
Yeah.
He's not catching up to Ninja X anytime soon. Right?
And then last one we know. I mean, Rickshaw's gonna, win her over. So
He's a reality manipulator. He could.
oh yeah, be as hot as he needs to.
He's Prince Charming. All of a
Sorry,
sudden.
Ice.
Ice, the true beauty. Thank you, Mr. Waffles. Let us know on Patreon. I'm excited to see the response.
All right. I'm trying to find the next one. Here we go. A little bit of a delay happening. It'll get there.
Hey guys, Will Rays here from Dallas, Texas, aka Billy Blue Jeans. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I wanted to just quickly ask, I'm a worship minister at a church here in Dallas, and one thing that I probably shared with Brad before is just how awkward sometimes talking to the congregation or to whatever the group you're leading can be, and how many opportunities there are for just really funny mix-ups. One example I can think of is I said, know it if you sing it, instead of sing it if you know it. And one time I just said at a student event, hey, everybody, let's just start clapping, a la Michael Scott. And there wasn't even a song playing. It was even before a song even started. So love to hear any awkward moments that, Brad, you might have had, or Jake, that you might have seen in church. Yeah, have at it. Love you guys. Bye.
Wait, so he just froze so much that he was just like, all right, everyone, let's go ahead and clap your hands for the Lord.
Put your hands together.
That's pretty funny.
I guess just in silence.
I think I've talked about, I know I've talked about on the podcast, the God's magic thing.
Yeah, that was great.
That's like kind of my claim to infamy, is just, one time I prayed and I just prayed for God to use his magic in this place or something like that.
Overwhelm us with your magic.
If you're like grading me as a worship leader, like on a grade card, I guess you call it, I'd be a solid, like overall, like a B- C+. And I think I would have, my strength would be that I can like play and sing and like lead a band well, but I am not comfortable and I am not good at the talking.
The
part.
in-betweens.
No, I'm not like one of my best friends leads worship in Manhattan, Kansas. Shout out to Logan.
Hey, Logan.
And he is really good at like calling, like inviting, worship, like whatever, like giving this invitation or giving this great word or, speaking and praying. And I'm just not great with that. And so I totally get all these fails. Like I so much so like just was like, I need to like write out my prayers. I need to be like a little bit more intentional. Cause if not, I'm just going to throw out God's magic or something like that. I'm trying to think of just like specific times where like I said, I've tried to avoid for the most part having I never really like did long interludes in between songs or anything like that unless I had like written them out because I wanted to be intentional. Anyway, there was one time I remember like just literally being in the wrong key. Like the piano started, it was playing, it sounded great. And then I had my capo, if you know what that is on guitar, I had it on a 3 instead of a 4 and I just played and it was just as dissonant as you can imagine. Like it wasn't even like a 3 instead of a 7, so it kind of might like be a different chord in the same key. It was like, no, this is just like one step down.
Just not good.
Just not even close. Like it was, it was one of those times where I just had to like stop and like restart. Like, or there's been a few times where my guitar was really out of key or out of tune, like right when I started a song. It wasn't like cringy, but I was just like, I just want to stop rather than like making this sound really bad for everyone.
I think it's better than just playing the whole time.
Just kind of acknowledging that. But yeah, I can't think of too many.
Can you think of any public blunders? Church, theater, anything like that?
Not really.
Just been dynamite.
I'm trying to think of any that I've like done necessarily. Nothing comes to mind, but I'm sure that
Never forgot a line?
I definitely have, I think. But I think I've usually done a decent job just like figuring out something.
Just fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
I've done that with comedy before. Just like like nothing's coming to mind.
So
you guys get it. You guys get it. You guys are a good crowd. You guys, appreciate you guys. It's going to be a good show tonight.
I would laugh so hard if I witnessed that. You just going, you guys get it.
You
You guys get it.
I don't have to tell you guys
Right.
twice.
You understand. So this guy knows what I'm talking about.
And,
Who else knows?
What's your name?
Matt-
Phil? Phil gets it then.
Phil gets it. Yeah, this guy gets it.
What's your name? Dave. Phil and Dave get it. What's your
Back there in the
name?
back, you get it? Yeah,
Stephanie,
you get it.
Stephanie gets it.
All right, my name is Jake Triple. You guys have a good night.
Could not remember it. See you guys.
3 minutes into your set.
I mean, that kind of happened at the Springfield show. It was my first show in a long time. And yeah, I was just up there, just like a few, just like filler words. And I talked to my friends afterwards. They said, like, oh, we didn't notice.
Yeah.
But
There's been a few times when I've watched Trey, because I mean, he does it for an hour, and I've thought, dude, I think he just forgot.
Yeah.
But I don't think he does. I think maybe he does. Maybe it's just his way of pacing himself more. You know? Do you think he forgets sometimes?
he's said to me before, like, yeah, I got kind of stuck there. Like, I've seen him, like, forget, like, all of a sudden, like, think he's in the second verse when he's in the third verse of a song, and then, like, get the words mixed up, but always recovers quickly.
Man. Yeah, it's just live performances. And I love worship fails. I think they're so funny.
Yeah.
I think it's so hilarious. I'm trying to think of anything like, I feel like maybe one time a guitar fell over or something. Who was it? I don't think it was me, but I think somebody maybe I was playing with, their strap wasn't on their guitar. And so they like strummed. I don't think it fell all the way off, but like in the video, you could kind of like watch them. They're holding at the neck and it just like goes vertical.
You just got to sit down and play it on your lap at that point.
At that point, yeah. And every once in a while, it's just like, I shouldn't have had that person sing that song. Or I shouldn't have sang, like, oh, I shouldn't have started that octave. I mean, we do that all the time with jingles.
Start
You hear
too
it,
high.
It's like, oh, you should have sung lower on that one. So anyway, all
That's
that to
fun. Thanks, Will.
say. Yeah.
Let's do one more.
Okay.
For now. Do you guys want to guess if I've pressed it or not?
What's up, Brad Deuce and Jake the Great? I have a lot of cheese to slice, so let me get to it. First of all, if this is the second time you're hearing this message, sorry about that. I wasn't sure if the first one went through. So, anyway, when you guys come and visit Main Street Roasters in Napanee, I'm challenging you the same way you challenged Tyson McGuffin to a pickleball match against my twin brother and I. And I think we've got it in the bag. Now, here's a half-baked business idea for you. The solar eclipse in April is going to be just south of where I live. And I bought a ton of solar eclipse glasses and want to go sell them for an extremely marked up price the day of for people who don't have them. Good idea? Bad idea? What do you think? We're also going to sell some sun-kissed, starry, Milky Way, starburst, things like that. And here's a question for you, Brad. What is your favorite woodworking tool? Power tool or hand tool or both? And what is a good starter project for someone looking to get into woodworking? I love the podcast, guys. You guys are great. Keep it up. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
He did have a lot in there.
A lot of cheese to slice. So he said something like that.
Down to play you and your brother in pickleball?
Easy. Easy dub.
He's got it in the bag, though, he said.
I have it in my
Guess
in
where I keep my
bag.
paddles?
Yeah.
In my bag.
Yeah. We're going to use Friday pickleball paddles. Are you going to be using Friday pickleball paddles? Because if not, we will beat you every time. And even if you do, thank you for supporting the business, but we'll beat you anyway. FridayPickle.com. Friday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beginning woodworker project?
I mean, beginner is probably a cutting board. It's.
What about what do I always have people making shop class? Birdhouse. I think I made a birdhouse back in the day.
I think a cutting board's easier than a birdhouse.
Yeah.
Birdhouse got angles on it.
Birdhouse sounds complicated.
Yeah.
Why'd they make me start with birdhouse?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I made
start with a tree.
Made a box car, like a CO2 kind of car.
Oh, wow.
Remember those things?
Yeah, a little bit.
Little cartridge that you put in the middle and then or in the back, and then you would race them against your friends. I made that in 7th or 8th grade, and I was terrified of woodworking after that because of the scroll saw, is what it's called. Like they're like, yeah, be careful with your hands, or you could cut off your hand with this thing, cut off your fingers. And I'm like, and so because of that, I didn't do woodworking again for another 15 years probably. So don't start with that project if you don't want
Start with the cutting board.
Start with the cutting board. Start with the. My first thing I made was a coffee table, which was really fun. Anything. Go on Anna White's website. Anna White is awesome. She is the DIY queen of woodworking.
Anna White.
Hey, Anna White. She's awesome. Check her out. But I think, yeah, cutting boards, if you have the right tools for it, are pretty awesome. Pretty easy. What was the other? The
business idea. I'm
solar eclipse.
I'm very curious why you already have so many.
It sounds like he
glasses.
already had the idea and he just wants our affirmation.
Oh, okay, gotcha. He
Right?
like bought these ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is good for you.
Yeah, go for it. I mean,
I do think-
I would have said no if you didn't already have them, but now that you do, go for it.
I think people will look kindly upon you because you're doing kind of the fun, like, Milky Way sun kiss thing. You look less of like a business person and more of like a, hey, we're all having fun. Look at the Milky Way.
Yeah, play some fun music when you're doing it. Maybe some themed music, like Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Stars by Switchfoot.
Oh my gosh, what a song.
Yeah.
Star. The way he's John Foreman's fun. Good times.
So there's some song choices for you.
Yeah.
I'd say offer up some maybe not bulk, but some discounts. Hey, 2 glasses and a Milky Way.
Yes.
$100.
You have names for the different bundles.
Yes.
$100.
I don't know what they're going
I don't
for.
know either. Yeah. Surely not that, but if so, then definitely do this business idea.
I wonder what they
that's
would
fun.
go for.
Did you experience the solar eclipse when it was in Kansas City?
No, it was when I just moved to Dallas. It was such a bummer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had just moved down there, and Kansas City's getting total darkness. Birds are chirping, dark outside at 2 p.m. And Dallas was just like, the shadow of the leaves looks kind of different. But that was it.
The toilet's rolling or spinning in a different direction. Timon, did you experience it?
I can't. Like, how long ago was this?
2017.
Yeah, it was like right when Hattie was born. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we drove like with some people to like a couple hours away where it was like
I think Omaha was like a hot,
Maybe
hot
like-
spot.
peak. I don't know, but it was cool. I remember it got like pretty dark. I don't remember total darkness though.
I do.
So
maybe
awesome.
It was wild.
That's cool.
It was really weird. And like, like the animals would like make noise, like, birds or whatever. We were out at my cousin's farm or it's his in-laws place. Anyway, and they have like a automatic light that turns on when it gets dark.
Fun.
And so all of a sudden that turns on. It's like, what in the world? I also did stare at the sun for a good second just to see.
Unprohibited.
Just to check it
That
out.
was dumb.
I'm just fine. Doing just fine. LASIK cures all.
That would be fun to see total darkness. I think I just start messing with people. I just start howling. Like, what's wrong with that guy?
Sorry.
Princess Fiona situation going on.
Yeah, there's a classic picture of Catherine and Hattie both in their like glasses.
Fun.
Yeah, pretty cute.
Yeah, I know the my Airbnb treehouse. It's got to be in what do they call it? Total depravity. It's not depravity.
Yeah, what
but
is that? The zone.
Totality,
whatever.
maybe.
Yeah, I think that is what it's
The
called.
line of totality.
It's one of those things where it's like, if I owned a treehouse, I would probably ask for people to rent it out and go to it. But like, if I'm in the area, I'll watch it. But I'm not gonna like go hours away to seek it out. Personally, it is a cool experience. But
Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I want to feel it at least once. It feels like this is like a climate change thing, though. Like they're going to start just popping up all the time now. Like there's going to be a lot more of these.
yeah,
We're
like,
affecting
come on.
it. Line of totality. Solar eclipse. Looks like it's going to be Monday, April 8th. And yeah, Northwest Arkansas. Oh, right through like the heart of Texas, like East Texas. Looks like, I mean, probably there's not
Deep?
cities on here, but
Deep in the heart of Texas,
you could say that. Yeah. I wonder if I'm going to be
like
on
Dallas area.
tour. Yeah, it looks like it. There's not cities on here, but that looks like where I believe Dallas and Austin are places to be. April 8th. Am I going to be on the road? Nope. Back here. Oh, well, that's been Eclipse.
Yeah,
Let's do a little, let's talk a little bit about, he just mentioned it, Napanee. He says Napanee from HE Roasties.
you Napa need some Main Street Roasters in your life.
Last week, Timon sang a little bit.
Is this week Timon gonna sing a little
Is
bit?
this week Timon sing a little bit?
I can.
Prove it.
I can. All right, Timon. What would you like to say about Main Street Roasters?
Oh, this is gonna be so bad. Okay.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, let's go gentle.
Oh,
Main Street Roasters, the coffee so divine, with beans so fine, it's like sipping sunshine.
totality.
From dawn till dusk, the flavors never dull. Every cup's a treat, a delicious little lull.
Oh. Keep going.
Go off.
Roasted to perfection, brewed just right. Main Street Roasters, a pure delight. And here's
Up
a
your
little
delight?
tip to
Hey, up your delight, man.
and here's a little tip To save you some green, use promo code GRKC, get 10% off. It's a dream.
Yeah.
That was great, dude. That was great. Who else is doing that? Show them to me. Who else?
We'll watch.
We'll watch. That was great. Little Bublé vibes in there. I
No
liked
idea.
it.
You're crooning us, man. Yeah.
Crooning.
MainStreetRoasters.com for all the best coffee you want. Everyone drinks coffee. If you don't drink it, somebody else does, and they would love to get some gift from you from Main Street Roasters.
Somebody else does.
Go to MainStreetRoasters.com, promo code GRKC, just like Tymon's saying. You guys, we know them, we love them. Please support Main Street Roasters.
Up your delight.
Up your delight. Amen.
Up your delight, man.
Up your delight.
That's exactly what it sounded like.
Up your delight. That's like if you say it, no matter if you say it the right way or the wrong way, it sounds the exact same. Up your delight.
A pure
Up your delight.
delight.
A pure delight. It's a pure delight.
A pure delight.
A pure delight. All right, we got some blanks of the week. Yeah,
Blanks of the week.
come on. We got quite a few this week.
A lot of blanks.
A lot of blanks. Let's start out. Quote of the week.
Fun. Quote of the week. Mine is going to be from Nate Bargatze doing his show. Sorry to spoil more of the show, but you're going to love it if you haven't seen it yet. You'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
I actually don't even remember it exactly. This is why I'm excited for the special to come out. But he talks about, just grandparents and getting older. He does a bunch of funny stuff about how when you're walking them around, I remember this now, like he's like, you got to warn them about the type of flooring ahead. There's carpet coming. Okay, now we got tile. But he's saying
You're done with the cobblestone. Oh, sorry.
yeah. No, that's good.
okay.
But
This quote of the week. I was like, crap.
the quote of the week is when he's talking about how when your grandpa gets older, you gotta like walk him around, and it's like a zookeeper walking around a gorilla. Where he talks about like you can look at him, don't touch him.
That's right. Yeah.
Don't feed him that. Oh yeah, I know he wants it. Don't feed him that. He can't have it. Great comparison. It was
That's
funny.
right. Yeah. Yeah, I know he'll eat it, but he shouldn't.
Yeah, I know he wants it.
That is
Don't
good.
give it to him.
My quote of the week, I got two actually. They're both coming from Robert Bradley Ellis, aka Bo. One of them, that I did. So he's a big Yodo player. You listen to Yodo, Charlotte's Web. Bo, did you poop in the toilet? He goes, that I did. And he kind of nods, that I did. And then apparently I missed this one. This was with Catherine. There's big hills by our house, like rolling hills, and Hattie loves calling them the Mamba Hills, which is the name of a roller coaster in
That's
Kansas
funny.
City. But they just have so much fun anytime they're driving on these hills. And apparently Bo goes, when they're on these hills, he just goes, iceberg, killed ahead. And Hattie goes, Bo, you mean dead ahead. Pretty funny.
That's funny that even
That I did.
Why even say iceberg? Kids are fascinating.
Well, I think probably Titanic somehow. Like,
Yeah, just like the hill is the
yeah,
iceberg,
I don't know.
just,
Yeah, they're
imagination.
yeah. Iceberg, killed ahead.
Bo,
You mean dead ahead.
dead ahead.
That I did. So, Time, you got a quote?
I just thought of this. I wasn't gonna have a quote, but Zach told me a story last night. My friend Zach, he works at a coffee shop,
Midget.
and he said there was. He said there was
Main Street Roaster. He works at Main Street Roaster.
Yes, Main Street Roasters. Northwest.
Yeah.
Northwest. And he said there was this girl that came in. He's like, roughly my age. He's like, and she was, how do I say this? It didn't hurt to look at her. And then he's like, so she got her order in, and he was like, that'll be $20 and whatever.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he was like, so it was yesterday, Valentine's Day. He's like, so you got any today is just he's just like, excuse me? He's like, Valentine's, do you have any like anything later? Or she's like, no, I don't think I'm doing anything. She's like, we'll get those drinks right now for you. And Zach tells it so well. It's
Yeah.
great.
No, I have zero Valentine's Day plans.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Me
yeah.
neither.
All right. So,
Well, I better get to making the drinks. I can make themselves.
she's like asking for him to ask him out. All right, cool. So,
No plans, and I just moved here.
you say your name was Single? Your name, yeah.
Huh.
All right.
Weird.
enjoy these.
You should do a 23andMe. That's a weird
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
All right, I mean, make your latte.
Get 10% off with code GRKC next time you're at Main Street Roasters. That's good.
I thought you were going to say your Zach quote was going to be when he texted Brad saying he could eat 72 Krispy Kreme donuts.
I forgot about that. Oh, that was so funny. I met Zach at Chipotle after we recorded last time, and he's just like, I think I mentioned what we talked about, and he's like, I could do like 7 dozen. I'm like, no, you couldn't.
And he's like, if they're warm.
Yeah, if they're warm.
Yeah, that was his big
he's like, they're
thing.
just gonna slide. If they're warm and fresh, they're just sliding right down. I'm like, he's like, I think you're eating one every 4 seconds. I'm like, no, you're not.
4 seconds.
4 seconds.
We got Joey Chestnut over there.
Dunking them in water. It's
Yeah.
like, this is actually a
Yeah.
sight to see. Yeah, it was interesting because like I really do think this would make for great TV. But I mean, this kid's a high schooler. Can
Yeah,
we?
he's a minor.
I don't know if we should like
I would feel bad.
televise this.
Yeah, because then his parents are gonna like hate us.
Yeah,
Like, why'd you let him do this? You guys are grown adults. It's like,
I don't know. It's just
have you heard the term "content is king"?
said I could do 72.
he said every 4 seconds. We just wanted to see.
He later corrected. He was like, I think I could do 24. And he's like, 30 if Brad's watching.
That's awesome.
An extra
It
6
did make me feel better about my 12. Apparently, Nate Bargatze did it. Did you hear about this?
during like while he was recording a podcast.
I think so. Yeah, yeah. Some people have sent
Do
it
you know
to
how
me.
many he did?
I don't know. He made. I haven't watched it yet, but people are like, Nate Bargatze just did this last week. It wasn't as easy as they thought, so I don't think they got a whole dozen down. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Man, they are good.
All right. Next one we got quirk of the week.
Quirk of the week.
Let's make a little sound effect for quirk of the week.
Quirk?
Quirk of the week.
Quirk of the week.
Hey, what's up? That's a quirk.
Not to be confused with the irk of the week, which we no longer do because of the language.
Correct.
We want kids to be able to listen to this.
Quirk. Just because it's in there doesn't mean it's like inappropriate.
Yeah, it's like they're saying a word.
Risky.
Asphalt.
Yeah.
Because you want to put fault on
The Hoover
someone else.
Dam. Come on.
That's
Careful.
Come
That's
on.
pushing
Hey,
it.
come on.
Come on.
The Salt and Pepper song, Push It. Just push it.
Thank you. What were we saying? Oh, quirk of the week. Quirk of the week. Dude, this is strange. And it's funny that because this was your idea, like, let's do quirk of the week. And I was like, of course, when this is like going on. I haven't told Rachel this. I haven't told anyone this.
Oh, I love this already.
It's not that strange. So
But just the fact that no one else knows. This is hot off the press.
yeah. So for some reason, I've been like playing out in my head, us, like interviewing like A-list celebrities on the podcast. I'll just be in the shower thinking like, if Taylor Swift came on Ghostrunners, like what would I ask her? And then I'll spend 5 minutes thinking about that.
I love that,
Or
dude.
just like, if Patrick Mahomes wanted to do an interview with us, like how would we go about that?
Yeah.
And I'll just think about it. And I don't want people commenting, look at Jake manifesting. It's not what I'm doing, all right?
Do you mind
just about to
manifesting
say
though?
that.
I'm just
Can you
having a little
manifest?
fun in the shower, all right?
Do you mind? You're just having a little fun with Taylor and Patrick in the shower. All right?
It's just thoughts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just as I'm, sniffing my bar of soap very heavily.
I'm just imagining it. That's it.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. Do you mind manifesting it though for us? Can you
Can you define
That's-
what you mean?
just manifest it?
Oh, okay. No, thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
It's a weird quirk. I don't know why
Listen-
I've been doing this.
I know we wax poetic, aka glazed these days, as Gen Z says. Timon, you're welcome.
Timon.
We wax poetic about Patrick Mahomes, how he's the best. I truly do think he's the best. I also truly do believe in like not like an arrogant, like we're so lucky, or we're such a big deal kind of way, but just in a Kansas City kind of way that we are going to meet Patrick Mahomes someday.
I have a bet with someone. I think it's with DJ Michael. We shook hands and we have a bet, and it's who can meet their favorite celebrity first. It's him and Bruno Mars or me and Patrick Mahomes.
Oh my
And I'm
gosh.
like, oh, I'm gonna
you guys
smoke you.
So much better.
Granted, Michael is in the music industry and I'm not in the football industry, but still.
Dude, like that's the thing though, is like Kansas City just feels normal enough of a place that Patrick Mahomes is not only exclusively going to XYZ restaurants, that we would never go to or whatever. Like it's just a good old fashioned city that there's not like some upper echelon that we'll never experience people from. And
Yeah.
he lives in Kansas City. Like Travis Kelce kind of lives in Kansas City, but like, I don't know. I wouldn't put money on me meeting Travis Kelce someday. But Patrick Mahomes just feels right.
gonna
And he's
happen.
going to be here for like 15 more years probably.
Yeah, we got a lot of time.
It just feels right. Bruno Mars, no way. Like that guy, somebody shops for him. And like, you know what I mean? Like,
You know how I'm going to meet Travis Kelce?
through Brock Purdy.
In Portugal.
Oh, perfect.
I don't know if he's actually going
Perfect.
to all the Taylor Swift concerts, but it feels like that.
Yeah.
Like he is much more likely to be out and about in Lisbon than he is in America.
And yeah, he's going to be a hot commodity there, but not as hot as he would be in America.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
The people of Lisboa, they
Yeah.
don't know him.
Lesbian. Lesbian Portugal. So my quirk of the week is just, for whatever reason, this week, just been interviewing people in my head.
I like that.
I don't know why.
You know why. You're getting there, baby. We're that's our next step.
I mean,
we're going to be an interview podcast.
Stephen Curtis Chapman's coming on eventually.
Eventually, Steve will be on.
I haven't ran that one through in the shower. I'll get working on it.
You'll get there.
Things I would ask him.
Yeah. My quirk of the week, I mentioned it to you guys last week. I've been messing around with AI. My quirk of the week is that I realize I feel the need to be polite to AI.
Dude. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
like I will try to like help it generate, whatever, creative things for me. Hey, what's a fun idea for a YouTube video? Whatever, all these different things. And then it'll give me 10 ideas and I'll respond. First of all, I'll give it affirmation. I'll be like, those are great.
Yes.
Can you please provide me with 10 more?
I liked this.
Yeah. Those are great. I could easily just be like, 10 more. And that's all.
Yeah.
But I would just feel so slimy. That is so
funny.
silly. It's AI.
I do the same thing, dude. That's
Yeah?
so funny. I did it this morning right before we started the podcast. Let me tell you. But so I tried to get AI to write a jingle, and it did an okay job. So I said, try again, but this time parody a Taylor Swift song. Whichever song is easiest for you. Hey, no worries.
Like people pleaser.
Just whatever.
I don't care.
You
It's
know
up
what's
to
easy.
you.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm
Whatever's easiest
flexible.
for you. If you don't mind, when it's convenient, please provide me with the Taylor Swift song.
Literally
If
not a big
that's-
deal.
If that's something you're comfortable with.
There's a girl I follow on Instagram. Her name is Elise.
Oh,
Dude, she's
Elise
so
Patton?
funny.
Oh, yeah. You guys know Elise?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think one of her first like viral videos is she just said like women confronting each other, and it's so funny. It's
confronting
just
each
like,
other.
like how they can't do it.
I think that's the first one I saw.
Yeah, it's just like that. Just like I was thinking the other day, how much I love doing the dishes. Oh my gosh, I haven't done the dishes. I'm literally the dumbest person on earth. No, I love doing the dishes. I was just please don't even do them. I'm gonna hate you if you do them. And just like that's how we treat
Just
it.
back and forth. That's how I've seen her ones where she's like talking to her boyfriend who's like,
Yeah, with the
aloof.
Almost Friday guys.
Yeah. It's
so good.
And, just like her character, that she does is so funny.
Someone I think in the Ghostrunners Facebook group just yesterday put up something about like my irrationally strong opinion is when girls call other girls mama. And Elise has a whole video about this. She'll say like, I forget what the title is, but just like bloggers talking to bloggers. And it's like, okay, mama. It's like the comment section of bloggers. You got this, mama.
Yes. That is so
Somebody
funny.
cooked up a meal tonight, mama.
Mama. You got this, mama.
You got this, mama.
Hugs for you, mama.
Yep. That's a rock star, mama.
The way she says it, I can imagine. That's perfect. Time, you got any quirks?
My minivan that I drive apparently has a quirk.
Oh.
So
Do you have a name for the minivan?
I don't.
Okay.
What?
Not very
What's its
quirky.
name?
It's cherry
Clifford.
red.
Oh, cherry red. Dr. Pepper.
Dr.
Thunder.
Dr. Clifford.
Dr. Clifford.
But Clifford.
Dr. Clifford.
Yeah. Dr. Clef.
So Dr. Clifford,
DC.
after the Chiefs prayed yesterday, I stopped at Quick Trip real quick. I pull
Real
in.
quick.
I'm like, the van is idling. I haven't turned it off yet.
Mm-hmm.
This guy comes up, knocks on my window. First of all, I'm sketched out by this.
Yeah.
This is a weird thing to have happen. I roll it down. Another funny thing that I realized was like funny after I roll it down like a little more than halfway first. Then like as he's talking, I like slowly roll it up a little, roll it up back up just like a little bit. I'm like still just like a little suspicious. So it's just like
You rolled it up on him?
No.
Make it quick. Make it
There's
quick.
like a little, it's like a little like couple more like little jerks up. I don't know why I did it, but like so what does he think? This guy, I'm like yeah. Anyway, so he's like I hate to be the one to tell you bad news, but like this this like sound your car's making, it means like something's broke. He like told me what it was. I wrote it down in my notes. He's like, something's broken. But the thing is, he's like this ticking clicking noise as it's like idling. But my van has always sounded like this. So either he doesn't know as much as thinks he does, or like the van's always been broken and it's not important because it's been working this whole time.
It's like dying a slow death, but you're like, that's fine. I understand what's going on with it.
Yeah. I just thought it's such a normal like idling sound. Like just like I don't know, just like whatever. I don't know.
You just got an ear for it. Some of those guys have that.
Yeah. But
so quirk of the week is your
Dr. Clifford has a quirk. Yeah.
Bummer.
That's nice.
Gunnar did the same thing to a parking lot attendant when we were trying to find a spot for the Bargatze concert. He rolled down the window and this person started saying something and they weren't even done saying it, but they were just saying like, yeah, you have to pay to park here. As he's like explaining to it, Gunnar rolls the window back up and Emily was like, Gunnar, you can't do that. You need to wait. If you know Gunnar, that's just Gunnar.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's
okay.
really funny.
You know,
I heard what I needed to hear. Cost money.
Okay. What about an animal of the week?
Animal of the week. My animal of the week is Timon.
Oh,
Guy's just been an animal this week. Between the horse jingle last week, great job. Everybody loves it. The amount of Facebook posts.
It was wild.
the engagement that we got on that.
Yeah. It really was.
My
Impressive.
brother-in-law wants Sam. Shout out Sam.
Yeah.
Austin Pickleball.
New friend.
He wants to put it on. He thinks we should put it on Spotify. I bet people would listen.
Fun.
Yeah.
Do it.
I'd love to learn. Yeah.
I don't even know how to do that. Not only that, but Timon spent all morning with us yesterday, filming.
Animal.
With us today,
Animal.
podcasting. And Timon and I will get to see each other tomorrow because we're shooting several hours worth of Friday pickleball content.
Animal.
My animal of the week is Timon for working hard for us.
Love it.
Yeah. Glad to be your animal.
No problem.
I have two animals. Yesterday, Bo and I went to get some flowers for our ladies at the flower store down the road.
Nice.
Kind of by McLean's. And there are two parrots in there. Fun fact. So go there, check out some parrots.
Oh, parrots.
Parrots.
Cool.
You think I said parents?
Yeah.
Just a couple of just happily wed people in there.
All right.
Nope. Yeah. There's Harley and Bentley in there, and Bo loved it. He was really pumped about it.
Yeah.
And then the second animal I have of the week is Isaiah Pacheco, Chiefs star running back, held a goat in his hand at the parade.
That was
yesterday,
awesome.
Walking around with it.
He was wearing a Mahomes jersey too.
Yeah. So that's greatest of all time for you that don't understand. Timon. GOAT, goat. So
I love that he had a live goat.
pretty fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Time?
My animal of the week is pandas, but specifically
Panda.
pandas if you see them without the black spots over their eyes.
Oh, let's Google this.
What is
So I don't think they actually happen ever like that, but people have photoshopped it and they're a lot less cute.
Oh, beady little eyes.
Because you just think about you
Yikes.
subconsciously think that those are just their eyes, and they're like, oh, such cute, adorable big eyes. But yeah,
Well, they're so small.
They are so much cuter with the black.
so
Oh, wow.
Thanks for sharing this with us, Timon.
animal to ruin of the week.
That's funny. One of the first, I looked at pandas without black spots, and like one of the fourth image is a meme of Zooey Deschanel. It looks like with makeup versus without. And like her beautiful, bashful eyes. And then one, I don't know, she's got to have makeup on, whatever, but her eyes look so tiny. And
That's really funny.
wow, Timon.
Huh.
That's like, yeah,
It's pretty weird.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah, it's Zoe without bangs. That's funny.
without bangs.
You also ruined wet sloths for us, so.
Or the bears without fur. Remember that? I don't want to look that one up again. Did you ever see that one?
Yeah.
That one was like disturbing.
Oh, there's a panda without fur on this same search.
I don't know if I want to see it.
Command W, not W command. Getting out of there.
Wow.
Animal of the week. All right. A few more here. We got Babe of the Week.
Baby of the week. Mine is going to be a woman who, when I got back yesterday from the Chiefs parade, I immediately started editing. I'd been editing for 2 hours. She then gets home and says, hey, we don't have to do anything for Valentine's Day. I want to make sure you have a good video. I was like, it's our first year of marriage. We're doing something for Valentine's Day. We can't give up on it right away. I know we'll give up on it eventually,
Sure.
but we can't give up on it right away.
Yeah.
So it was very nice for her to offer that. I was like, no, we are going out for Valentine's Day. Let's do something fun. So turns out she is my new wife. Her name is Rachel Coop Triplet. Thank you, guys. Thank you, animals. So yeah, we went out and did a little date. I had this idea like a year or two ago, but the theme is just things we would never do. So we were going to try to go to a brewery. Rachel was going to order like a rack of ribs. I was going to get a nice stout beer.
A rack of ribs from the brewery.
Yeah. The brewery we went to, on their Instagram, they had ribs.
Okay.
So we're like, oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Turns out they don't even have food.
Which brewery?
Friction Beer, downtown Shawnee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Instagram, ribs. Store. No food.
Where are the ribs?
Yeah, they said, oh, we don't have this is interesting. They had a thing on the table that had QR codes on it. We're like, we're going to scan this for the menu. But then the 3 menus were like Old Shiny Pizza, McLean's, and then a different restaurant. None of these were for the restaurant we were in. It was just like a downtown Shawnee. Let's all share menus.
What?
So I went to scan it. I was like, none of these are Friction Beer.
It feels cheap enough to have a website. You don't have to share a website. You know, like we can have your own menus for different websites.
Yeah.
That's odd.
Yeah. Weird. It's different QR codes.
Okay.
And then we're like, do you guys have food? And like, no, just snacks. Like, what snacks do you guys have? And they said, well, it normally just comes with a beer. It's, what did they say? Pub mix.
Just like little crackers and stuff.
I didn't want to know what pub mix was. Also, do you know how many breweries are in downtown Shawnee?
Like 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
Too many to support the amount of people here.
It's wild.
It's a dumb idea.
Well, Saturday night though, it's bumping.
Do we have this many people loving breweries in Shawnee?
Well, people come from all over.
It's just crazy. It's just shocking to me.
That one Drastic Measures is not even a brewery, but it's like it was like a semifinalist in James Beard, which is like a really prestigious ranking system.
I was impressed by the amount of breweries in a tiny little spot.
It's the brewery capital of Kansas City. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
It sounds good. Yeah. So what'd you think of the brewery and the?
Oh, we left immediately and went to.
Oh, you didn't even get a drink.
No, we wanted food.
Yeah.
So then the date kind of started to fall apart a little bit. We walked all the way to what's that Mexican place? Kind of by Flying Cow, Al.
Oh yeah, I've never been.
Al Pacino, something like that.
Like taco. Yeah, whatever.
Smelled like a toilet in there. And I'm not even exaggerating. It was like, how did they mimic a toilet so well? This is interesting. It's Mexican food.
Poopy toilet or
yes.
like okay.
Yeah. Like porta potty. Smelled like a porta potty in there. It was gross.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it was wild. It was just like, this is exactly
It's a restaurant.
I mean, you're doing what you wanted to do in the date, which was do stuff that
things
you
we
would
would never do. We sat there in the menu. It was like, this just sounds negative now, but it was like the pictures they took of their food. It was like, don't show people this.
I feel like that's kind of a common
like
thing
a
for Mexican
sloppy-
restaurants.
yeah.
It's
I've noticed that too.
pixelated and like sometimes I think it means it's a good restaurant though.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's very authentic that
Like
way.
it feels like a lot of the Chinese places you go to.
they
it's
don't
like,
have good pictures.
What is that? Like you took that on a digital camera from 2002,
Uh-huh.
but I bet it tastes delicious.
Yeah, it would just be like dark and like almost like this wasn't how you served it. It was like after someone took a few bites and mixed it around. This is how, it just looked like brown sauce. It's like, where's the shrimp in this? A lot of seafood on the menu. And so we didn't eat much there. Got a margarita.
Yeah, you did.
And then went axe throwing. Axe throwing was ridiculous. It was, how are they still in business? It's crazy.
Is it just not enjoyable?
You throw the axe like 5 times and you're like, all right. Yeah, that's about what it should be like. I got it. I got a bullseye. I can't like really get better from here.
They don't
I've
have
already like peaked.
variations or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not much else to do.
That's funny.
I'll tell you another reason I'm shocked they're in business is because I'm getting done with a shower. I'm like running around and in my head, I almost feel bad. I'm like, I don't want to have Rachel to call, but it'll take like 2 minutes. I'm like, Rachel, do you mind calling the axe throwing place? See if we can book a 30-minute thing. Cause online it was only an hour. And she calls and like, yes, we do 30 minutes. Just gonna need to take down some info from you. So like, what's your name? Like, Rachel. Okay. Last name. Okay. Email. Okay. Address. Rachel's like, okay. Starts saying the address. She says the whole thing. She's like, sorry, did I lose you? Oh, no. Oh, okay. Can you spell that? Spells it again. Sorry, I think I'm losing you. Spell the whole address again. Zip code? Got it. Now, make sure you bring your ID and closed-toed shoes. Also, we're going to have you pay right now. Can you read off your credit card number over the phone? Okay, expiration date,
Wow.
CVC. I mean, this was such a long phone call just to go do axe throwing when we didn't even need a reservation. I was like, you've got to improve the customer experience if you're axe throwing. This is brutal.
Do you think it's because they have to like have like waivers because it's axe throwing? It's dangerous or something?
We signed a waiver once we got there.
So they didn't need all that information beforehand.
I don't know why they need all that information, but yeah, I felt bad. I was like, oh, sorry, Rachel. I thought it was gonna be like a 30-second conversation. And she's on there.
Yeah. Yeah, you hear she's like, Gemini, why does that matter? I don't know. What's my mother's maiden name? Yeah.
It's TSA. Yeah, so axe throwing was funny.
Yeah.
It's just nobody really in there. A guy would not, sorry, I'm talking a lot about this, but guy would not, he was the axe master. He writes his name on the wall. I'll be your guys' axe master. And he shows us the safety rules, make sure you don't go up and the other person's throwing. I recommend throwing from about here. All right, guys, have at it. It's like, okay, thanks. And we throw a few throws. He's like, you guys get the hang of it? Like, yeah, we feel good. He's like, great. And this guy keeps standing there. It's like, okay, we feel like we can't really joke around like we would. He's just standing right there. And then, dude, he just stands there all the time like, oh, 6 points. Yeah. And then someone else, 4 points. And it's just there, just in the background.
The
whole
Axe Master just wanted to be part of the date.
Yeah, he was.
Really?
I got a video of him being there, and then I felt bad. I was like, I'm not going to post this to my story. But he was just nodding at Rachel while she's throwing.
It's like that episode where Dwight works at Staples.
I will literally be standing right here.
You need anything? Nope. Great. I'll literally be standing here if you need anything at all.
I'm picturing this axe throwing place. There's no music playing. This is what I'm picturing. No music playing. It's it's so quiet. It kind of echoes when people talk. You walk in, there's no one else in there. And I'm picturing it's just you two and this axe master.
Yeah, how busy was it?
There was there was a couple other lanes being used. It was it was glow night. I forgot to mention this. It was glow throw or whatever they called it. Glow throw, something like that. Mm-hmm. So from 6 to 8 p.m. on certain Wednesdays, it's glow night. We didn't get a glow lane though. We just got normal. So and not
how many
even
lanes do you think there were?
There were, I think 12.
Okay.
I think 3 were being used.
How much does it cost for 30 minutes?
$25 for 2 of us.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's how they're staying in business. That seems like a lot of money for 30 minutes of axe throwing.
Yeah, an hour would have been $60.
How much does axe cost,
Dude.
How much does wood cost?
Yeah. These axes are disgusting. They bought them once 6 years ago and have not changed the axe. This guy, Axe Master's coming over. Now, you're going to love this one. He's holding it to me like it's I don't know, the first American flag. Here you go. Take this. You're going to love this one.
Yeah, he lays it on you.
It's a medium weight. It's good for one-arm throws.
Did you see it? Did he show off that he was the Axe Master ever? Because I wouldn't buy it until I saw him do a couple bulls.
You're right. I don't know if we saw bullseye. He told us how.
I don't want to hear it then. I need to see.
I don't know if he ever threw one. He showed us. Now I put my hand here. I put my grip here. But I don't know if he ever threw one.
Because he throws one. You can't call yourself the Axe Master. You throw one that's even remotely on the outer edge. That guy's getting that title revoked quick.
I bet he's good though. Doesn't it feel like one of those jobs where the people have worked there for years? Like someone who works at a laser tag is probably just gonna be good at laser tag. People work at a go-kart place.
Those laser tag guys, we were cheating or something every time.
Yeah, it is bogus.
It was okay, we got one of those guys on our team. All of a sudden, oh man, we lost 17,000 to 18,000. How many points do you get? 500. How many do you get? 300. How much? Wait, that guy got 14,000 points?
Yeah, he's a tag master.
Tag master.
Laser tag does sound fun.
Yeah, laser tag feels like one of those things that the trend's going to come back.
I like it.
Because a lot of them shut down, but
really?
It's those things are so fun.
Yeah.
And it can't be that expensive. Let's do it.
A couple lasers. Couple fog machines.
Did they have food or anything at axe throwing?
Oh, that was the other thing. Over the phone, they told Rachel it's BYOB and BYOF.
Okay.
Food, I guess.
AKA our cook and our bartender are on dates tonight.
They didn't have any kind of, it's never available.
Oh, it always is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I really wonder how they're staying in business.
Sounds like low overhead.
Yeah, I guess you'd think the margins on food and alcohol would be amazing, though. Maybe they don't want to blend alcohol. No, they let you bring it in. Whatever. I've spent way too long on my baby of the week. What is yours?
My baby of the week's Catherine Ellis. She's my wife. Turns out she's my wife. I can't even think of specific things that she's done. She's just incredible always. Honestly, it's been a non-traditional week, both with sickness and with the fact that we don't have a car still. We got to go grab that at some point. And I mean, she has reasons to complain, and she's not complaining. And I'm not even trying to act like she never complains. She complains sometimes, and she's had a great attitude. Like she's just been awesome. She's been incredible and really supportive, really upbeat, and patient with the kids, and just overall, just really wonderful. Really proud to be her husband. We didn't do much for Valentine's Day yesterday. We never really have. I think one of the first years, she was on like a girls' trip that time, and then maybe another time like some of her friends were in town. It's like, why are your friends always like they're married? I remember one time we got like a heart-shaped pizza with her friends, whatever. But like Valentine's Day has never been a huge deal for us, and I kind of like it that way, but I think we just still, I don't know. I also just love talking to her. Like last night, it was one of those classic times where it was like I was in bed ready to go to bed, and she just like sat next to me in bed and talked to me for like 45 minutes, even though it was like, I thought you were going to talk to me for 5. It was like, oh, we just had a great conversation. So she's awesome. She's really intentional. She's done like a Valentine's themed curriculum and devotional with our kids. And I don't know, she's just really awesome as a mom and as a wife. And so she's my baby of the week, Catherine Ellis.
Cool.
Yes. Time? You got one?
Nice.
My baby of the week is Harriet Tubman.
Ooh.
Oh, H-Tub.
She saved a lot of slaves, and pretty impressive.
Nice.
Have you seen the movie
Up yours.
Harriet?
I haven't.
It's pretty good. It's like for what it could have been, I feel like it's a little underwhelming, but like the acting's good.
Yeah.
There's some good music. Yeah.
Did you know that Kansas City is part of the Underground Railroad? There's like oh,
It's underground.
sorry. Kansas
I
City,
didn't know
Kansas.
that.
There's like there's like parts of it that you can go to and see.
Wow.
That's really cool.
Yeah, really cool.
Good babe.
Thanks.
She
I
did
used
a
to be
lot.
real into Harriet Tubman. Not like that. Like I was just like I
Think about
thought
her
she was
shower?
so interesting.
You interview her?
I would think like if I could interview Harriet Tubman right now, what would I say to her? She's called a tub man, so she'd probably want to be interviewed in the bathroom.
In the bath.
Yeah, man, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
good for you. Good babe.
Thanks.
February, no less. Love it. Okay, let's finish it off with our poultry of the week. Yeah.
Great.
Poultry of the week is brought to you by Good Ranchers.
They have poultry.
They have poultry. If you didn't know, they have better than organic chicken. We've talked about Good Ranchers literally every episode for the last however many episodes. But what I need to emphasize, I think, more and more is just the quality of the meat that they provide and the quality of the meat that you're not getting from other places, aka the grocery store, aka even if you're buying the highest graded stuff other places, it's just not as good as Good Ranchers. So goodranchers.com is where you can buy this one-of-a-kind, high-quality meat from good American farms that employ good American farmers. So
And if you're already eating meat, I mean, this is truly a way to save money eating it because obviously it's going to taste better, but Good Ranchers makes it pretty easy to buy meat in bulk. I'd be shocked if a lot of people out there are buying their meat in the bulk that Good Ranchers offers for you. So it's a way to save money that way. Also, our discount code is going to give you additional discounts.
Correct.
That's how it works.
Yes.
So consider switching how you buy meat and get some Good Ranchers because it is very, very good.
very, very good. They just recently came out with the Surf and Turf box, which is fun. That's the
Both?
half Jake, half Brad box, basically. It's half steak, half seafood, and yeah, we could devour that. I could house those steaks. You could house that seafood.
Like a 4-foot shark.
Yeah, that's right. So goodranchers.com, promo code GRKC for a discount at checkout. You guys know them. You guys love them. But please support them like they've supported us because you will love it. They've officially decided and agreed to provide all the meat for the Gulf Shores Getaway, Ghostrunners Getaway and Gulf Shores.
Nice.
So imagine, I mean, it's already going to be vibes enough in Gulf Shores, but with the greatest quality meat you can imagine.
Meat
and an
vibes.
amazing chef in Chef Brooks. It's going to be off the hizzy. Can I say that?
Yeah.
It's going to be off the hizzy.
Easy.
Go goodranchers.com. I was going to say Gulf Shores. Goodranchers.com. Promo code GRKC. Poultry of the week. This is bad poultry now. That's good poultry from Good Ranchers.
Now it's bad.
Bad poultry. I'll start. Gen Z, love you. I truly do have a lot of good beliefs in Gen Z. I think there's going to be a lot of good things that happen from their generation. They seem like they're more confident than the rest of the generations, and I hope that they use that confidence spiritually to benefit the kingdom. That being said, they got to start capitalizing their texts. They intentionally turn off capitalization for their text, and it bothers the heck out of me. And I asked Timon about this, and Timon's like, and so I was like, Timon, so Timon a couple of weeks ago sent me a text from one of his friends. Shout out Gabby.
Yes.
Shout out Gabby. Gabby had thoughts about classical conversations, wanted to give them to me. Thank you, Gabby. Hard to take you seriously, Gabby, when you capitalize 0 things in that text. I'm sure you're a very smart girl, but classical conversations, I guarantee you're supposed to capitalize your text. So then I brought this issue to Timon, and Timon, I would like for you to explain to Jake what you said.
Okay. I think this is what I said. I think I told Brad, I was like, I think I stand pretty firm. I like try to capitalize amongst the non-capitalizers.
Because you said like it is a thing.
It's totally a thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I feel like it's just like a lot of just like Gen Z girls. It tends to be girls more than boys. But I think, so what I do is I make an even more conscious effort to not to capitalize. So I have caps turned off. But I just capitalize manually.
Psycho. That's a psycho right there. That's a Gen Z psycho. Like, why? Like,
I think here's my thing. I kind of like. I don't know, man. Honestly, I mean, I probably am just a psycho.
When I really think about it, something's up.
Yeah, I don't know why exactly I do that. I think it is just like partly to be like, I am just like consciously going against it.
yeah.
But also, I don't really mind whenever I do like, because occasionally I won't capitalize. Occasionally I'll just be like sending it quick, and
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Are you a chameleon? Like, will you text your Gen Z friends and not capitalize, and then text Jake and Brad and capitalize?
No, typically everyone I capitalize, but I do tend to be a chameleon in like just texting tone, like unintentionally.
Sure. Yeah.
But
That's fair.
I mean, probably most people would like
Yeah.
adapt to whoever they're texting. But yeah,
Yeah.
I go against the grain as much as possible.
I'm gonna start appreciating whenever you capitalize words to me. Texting now, like,
Yeah.
wow, hey, you put some effort into this.
Like, it's not like on a computer where you're just shifting and pressing it. Like,
It's the
you have
same
to-
thing.
But you have to press. Yeah, I guess you're right. I was gonna say you have to press 2 buttons.
It's so quick. It's so quick.
I don't like that iMessage on the computer doesn't capitalize things for you.
It doesn't. It won't autocorrect it.
It won't correct I, lowercase I.
That is frustrating.
Obviously, you know your iMessage.
Yeah.
You know how English works.
Is it capitalized in iMessage?
Dang it, you're right.
That's why they do it. They want you to remember that.
Brand.
It's free advertising.
So, all right, that's my poultry.
Great. My poultry is people with guns. Now, not only the people at the parade, that's awful, but my friend Austin Hoos, I believe you know him, play a little basketball with him. His back windshield got shot the night of the Super Bowl because people were shooting bullets into the air. A bullet came back down and hit his car windshield.
What?
He's got a video of it on his like Ring doorbell or whatever. Isn't that crazy?
Whoa.
Yeah. Because I think we've talked about this on the podcast. We're like, what happens when you just shoot this stuff? Like, does it
Truly.
come down? I don't know.
Yeah.
And yeah, just the video is wild. Just it's a perfectly calm, normal night, and then you just see something like fall, and just like he found a bullet in his,
And you can't like
back
just be
dash
like,
or whatever.
it wasn't the guy across the street. It was the guy 5 blocks down.
Who knows?
Maybe. Yeah. Because you said it's a perfectly normal night, and then out of nowhere it just pops.
Yeah, there was no noise or anything happening. So yeah,
Ooh.
would love to know more about the physics of how that happens. But yeah, just dumb. Just shooting bullets into the air to celebrate. Why don't you try a high five? What about a boy howdy?
How about it?
Yippee!
Yes. All those things.
Try one of those.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my poultry. Bummer for Austin.
Yeah. That is too bad. That's because obviously if it's breaking a windshield, it would,
It's on its way down.
well, and it would also very
hard.
much hurt somebody.
Oh yeah, that's right. If that had hit a human.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just, whatever. That's too bad. Time you got some poultry.
Not really.
All right.
Had a pretty positive week, I guess.
Good ranchers. Good. Okay. Let's move on then. Yeah. We got some reviews.
Yeah. Review the week.
My reviews coming from Minnesota Mom 21, the ultimate family conversation starter. If I mention epidurals, will I get mentioned on the podcast twice too? It says. It's pretty good. But really, we're so thankful for this podcast as it's the only one both my husband and I both enjoy listening to at our different jobs. Our son at the supper table one night even asked, "Did you listen to Ghostrunners?" because he's come to know this as a common conversation starter in our marriage. The topics about family, sports, faith, travel are so engaging, clean, and hilarious. We have a trip to Austin planned for March and plan on binge listening to old episodes while searching for LeBron's pickleball court.
Yeah, head on a swivel when you get to Austin.
Hallowed ground. Thanks, guys. Minnesota Mom 21. Thank you, Minnesota Mom. Go ahead and give your review. That's the same one.
Okay. Mine's from Minnesota Mom. This is from McGrizzy. Gentlemen, I've been a huge fan since I found your pod as a stress reliever while writing my master's thesis a year ago.
Okay.
Have gotten to see Jake bring the house down at a comedy show in Florida. And just this past Monday, it all paid off big time. While my wife and I were at a Catholic young adult group in D.C., we met this girl from Iowa. Well, being that she's the only Iowan I've ever met, I of course asked if she knew anyone with the last name Coop. She goes, I know a Rachel Coop.
No way.
What? As it turns out, this girl played volleyball against Rachel in middle/high school. And after fumbling over an explanation as to how I know of Rachel through her husband Jake on the Ghostrunners podcast, we now have a new married couple friend. So Jake, Brad, Timon, thank you. Love you guys. And lastly, thanks for adding the word. Sorry, it's doing that thing where every apostrophe is the ampersand hashtag 34 semicolon. So we got a couple back to back. The word fun. Thanks for adding the word fun to my vernacular. I think that's it. For making me infinitely more interesting in my ministry because of your games and random stories. And for making me a better husband because doing the dishes while listening is now one of my favorite activities. Praying for you guys. Sorry for the middle school Apple ID nickname. My name is Sean. Oh, McGrizzy.
Sean McGrizzy.
Sean McGrizzy.
I like McGrizzy. Bring it back, Sean.
McGrizz. That's pretty fun. You're like, hey, Iowa. I know one person from Iowa. Oh, yeah, I played volleyball with her.
Is she low-key kind of a legend, though?
I don't know. I only know of her post college, so I don't know what she was up to back in the day.
Like if you played volleyball, you know Rachel Coop.
Maybe if you were like a setter in Iowa, you're like, oh yeah, everybody looked up to Rachel.
Yeah,
maybe.
Or there's just like 7 people in Iowa.
Could be a numbers thing.
Yeah, that's fun. All right,
thanks, McGrizz. Brad, would you like to end this episode with a jingle?
Timon, are you ready to end this episode with a jingle?
I think I can. Sure.
I think I can. What song do you need, Timon?
Which one are we doing? I can't remember which one we decided.
Oh, I thought you were going to do the one by yourself.
Yeah. Sounds good. Look up Waving Through a Window karaoke.
Ooh.
Okay.
So this is brought to you by Malcolm Forrester.
Malcolm wrote this
one. And his subject for it was, I neighed, like horse, neighed more Timon jingles. So I don't even know this song.
All right.
Yeah!
Wow. Woo. Rachel
What a
walked in the
guy.
last like 10 seconds of the song too, so she got to hear it a cappella.
Sweet.
Timon, that was awesome, dude.
Thanks. That's well written.
Yeah, shout out to Malcolm too.
Yeah.
It does help, but it also helps when Timon's incredible at singing the song.
Yeah.
Also, I want to listen to the actual song now.
Sounds like a great
Listen to
original.
Dear Evan Hansen, the whole musical.
That's
It's great.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, write the musical jingles for Timon. Like you just had like such passion behind it, man.
Yeah, started off kind of like chill,
Yeah.
whatever.
Just a high school kid. Yeah.
I like it. There's some catchy lines in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And if you're broke and you really want to come, let us know. We'll try to make it happen.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's fun, guys. That's fun. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Ghostrunners podcast.
Yes, we always appreciate you guys. Thanks for your support. Support us with Dwell, Cozy Earth, Main Street Roasters, Good Ranchers, all the things. And we'll see you Wednesday.
Go Chiefs.
Love you guys.
See ya.
Ghostrunners Podcast. Every